Welcome everybody, and welcome back. We are doing the Sub-Faction Tournament 3 today, so it's going to be another multiplayer tournament here hosted on the channel, and it looks like we're going to be hosting more up against Caradox, looks like I'm joining up with them. Let me just send them a message. Alrighty, so let's hop in with everybody. How is everybody doing today? Down the game dropped off me. I will start. Caradoc, why don't I... What's up, Jay Felix? How we doing? How we doing, CJ? How we doing, Caradoc, Piblington? All of you guys, how are we? Why don't I host, buddy? Oh, it looks like my game's crashed now, because I can't join. So let me close down Warhammer. I'll open up Warhammer, and Caradoc, why don't you join up on me? And then it'll be a lot easier for me that way. So this map is going to be Prague. We're going to be playing Prague a couple of times. And then in the semi-finals here, we do actually have another map. So we will be playing on Summer Song. Summer Song on that. And then the final map here will be Troll Country. Cool. Perfect. Caradoc versus Moore. Awesome, we'll do that. Let's jump in with you guys. How are we all doing today, though? How are we doing? Greetings, Biblington. How do we all get on? Greetings, Ice Power. How are you? For those that don't know Ice Power, I believe you're streaming again, aren't you, buddy? So you're doing videos and stuff, so check him out if you haven't checked him out already. Right. Caradoc, I can't see you. Ah, there he is. You might be on the list now, but again. Caradoc. I don't see you, buddy. Let's see. But how are we all? How are we all? How did our games go? So for me, I'm actually playing today, and I will be on the live stream. I fought up against Flex Prime with the Vampire Counts, with my Dowie, with Karak Kadrin, and I fought up against Suave with the Crooked Moon. Oh, it wasn't actually Crooked Moon. It was oh no, sorry, it was Crooked Moon. It was Crooked Moon. Sorry, yeah, I fought up against Crooked Moon, and I won there with the Dowie. So now I'll be fighting up against Ice Power with the Cult of Pleasure, or the Cult of Mama, as he likes to call it. I'm sure we'll see Marathi and the Double Elements. But we'll try and host everybody first, then we get over to me. I'm tired beyond belief. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope you're doing well, Phoenix. What's been going on with you? Caradoc on live stream again. Really nice to see him back. Are we going to have the 2v2 versus... Are we going to have two Dowie versus VC games? Maybe. I don't think I can beat Ice Power. Yeah, I've been streaming recently. What, streaming this run, though? Oh, okay, yeah, so for those that don't know Ice Power, he's a really, really cool dude, and he does... He's a very, very good Dark Elf player. For those that don't know him, go check him out. Go check him out. He's a really, really nice guy. I'd legit start taking wages on Ice Power, taking Marathi and Dumb to go. That's exactly what I was about to say up against my Dowie. I was almost expected. My work never ends. I feel that, buddy. I actually feel that. I did 31 hours in 2 days on Friday and Saturday. And my god, I was exhausted. I then did Battlemania on the Sunday, and I was tired. Battlemania Friday, by the way. Battlemania Friday. Friday. So be ready for that. But sorry to hear sorry to hear that work's been a bit of a pain, Phoenix. I hope you... Oh, you didn't play today, did you? You didn't play today, but sad not to see you. The myth and the legend, Jay Phoenix. I'll actually need to talk to you later, Jay Phoenix. I need to talk to you about Friday. Right, so we're going to play up on Prague. Let's hop on to it. Because I am the worst caster for changing maps. I know some of the matchups. Ah, what we doing? What we saying, Lewis? How we doing? Nice to see you on the channel, first time. Don't think I've seen you here before. Hope you're doing well. So we're going to play it up in Prague. It's a little bit tilted on one side, but it's not too bad. It's pretty flat, and it's pretty even on both sides. I like this map quite a lot, and shouldn't really particularly favour either side. I think if you had to pick a favourite between the High Elves or maybe the Vampire Counts, you're probably going to go Counts here, I think. I think Counts are pretty strong in this matchup. There's lots you can do here as the... as you can do with High Elves. You've got a very diverse faction. Just very expensive, very expensive. I will have multiple builds for each matchup. Yes, I can help on Friday. I don't know what. Oh, amazing! Thank you very much. You already know what I was going to ask. Essentially, like today, I had to get to the gym before I started streaming, and I got home. I've got my protein shake ready, and yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you, Lewis. I'm doing really well, thank you. How are you? How's your day going? True, long time fan of Moore. Oh, okay, brilliant, brilliant. Nice to see Moore's got some fans here today. Big AC Moore. What's which clan is Moore from? I feel I'm pretty good at knowing when you will go Malekith. Well, as we know here, Ice Power is the sub-faction that has Marathi, Mama Marathi, so he will be having, of course, Marathi and the Devil Manticore. So Caradox is just going to be sorting himself out, not too sure what to bring. Alright, well, we'll add you up Ice Power just now as we're waiting. Get you nice and added. Send invite. There we go. Very nice. Have you added? So, who else have we got in the semi-finals today? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. So, we are going to be having Tank up against Neckbet. Apologies if I say that incorrectly, but we're basically going to have Clan Ungrind up against Von Carsteins. I think that kind of favours the Dowie in my personal opinion. And then we'll be having Karakadrin with the Big Venge up against Void with the VC as well. So a double VC match there with more VC coming here up against Caradox. We have 3 VC players in the quarterfinals. We have 3 Dwarf players. We also have High Elves and Dark Elves. So good stuff. Good stuff. Makes my beard very, very happy. Makes my beard smile. Makes my beard smile. Logic, you want to take a wager on that? Which bit? Which bit next time? I want Gorse to count as a sub-faction. I could do that. I was thinking about that. So there are certain like legendary lords that fall under the same thing. But maybe that's something I could think about. I think like the argument on, so it wasn't an argument, the discussion we had there on the Discord was, I said, put up if you'd like X, Y, or Z for certain factions, and if it was like a resounding result where lots of people wanted it more than other people didn't, then I probably would have put it forward. You know, if it was something like 20 people wanted VC for this, then and 10 people didn't, then I probably would have done it, but actually ended up losing in the end. So and it was pretty even anyway, so I just didn't do it. Right now I am working on my character sheet for WFRP. What's WFRP? I'm not sure what that is. AC joined XMT. Oh, nice! You joined the Extreme Meme Ducks. Welcome to the clan, dude. Welcome to the clan. Is Caradoc okay? Is Caradoc all good? I'll just double check that he's okay. Or she, sorry, I should say. Let's just check that they're okay. Let's check they're okay. Logic, when can we expect to see the next tourneys? I'll put it out after this. What I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to overload you guys with too many tournaments, wondering if it's going to be this one or that one. So straight after this one's done, I'll be putting out... So this Friday, we will be having... Battlemania on Friday. I have to remember. Battlemania Friday, and then on the Sunday, we'll be having the 2v2. About the same times. So it'll all be at the same time. So it'll be somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. BST kickoff every time. My objective over time as well is to have a minimum of 3 tournaments per week, where you guys can come in and join and have as much fun as possible. No, this one's chocolate today. Chocolate with banana, honey, cinnamon, and some peanut butter. Would you believe it? Gotta eat. My belly is rumbling. The vote was about boring bloodline lords. I want Gorst. I want the Gorstmeister. That is something that I'll put forward, because I know I like Gorst. I like him, and you don't see him really at all. And the whole point of this tournament is you don't really want to see common picks. So, for example, like if you take the Dowie, you don't often see Belagar Ironhammer. You just don't often see him. Like, he is that 2.5% chance you'll see him in a matchup, and even then you only bring him if you want to go cheaper. And in reality, if you really want to go cheaper, you just take a Naked Ungrim. Naked Ungrim actually performs better, mostly because he's not unbreakable. Mostly because he's unbreakable. I'm not sure what's happened to Caradoc. Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. No, I think he's okay. But yeah, it's cool. Like, you know, I saw some. I think we saw. Yo, how we doing, Flex? Yeah, he's okay. I think. Let's have a little look here. So if we go back to the tournament, we'll have a look at the tournament here. So for the tournament today, we had. We did actually have a. Yes, we actually had a Winter Tooth today. So Papa Palpatine did play up against Ducky on live stream. So it was Tic-Tac-Toe up against Throg, the Battle of the Ages. And TTT came up on top. Then fought up against Caradoc here to lose up against the Order of Lawmasters, up against the big TTT. And then we'll be having AC Moore up against Caradoc, which should be quite fun. Caradoc says to me personally, I don't know what to pick without Ariel. Ariel is strong. She is strong. Ooh, so Deadly Bunnies up against Venge. They sent me a replay here. So RNG for you, Logic, me versus Venge in the Subfaction tournament with the RNG finish at the end. Well, that sounds quite fun to cast. I think I'll be looking forward to that. Right. Let's hop back in with you guys. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do this. Nice, Caradoc is alive. Yes, he's alive. So let's get it on the road. Excited. Should be fun. I'd like to think that this favours VC. I think it's pretty VC favoured. Caradoc panicking. Caradoc's a very good player. He has come on leaps and bounds since I saw him in the very first week of Battlemania. He's come on so far since the WWC, and it's really nice to see. He's been part of VM, and VM a very competitive clan, and he's done very well for himself. Very, very well for himself. What do people want in my game versus Dwarfs of Vlad or Elizabeth? I mean, you've got to have Vlad the Chad, obviously. Vlad the Chad is the guy. Traditionally, it is incredibly HE favoured. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. I mean, you do actually have the RR light armoured archers. They're pretty good, I feel like. I think they could be pretty good up against dealing with most regen units. But I think a box build here... Oh, of course. Yeah, no, I did. I saw... you can have good spear box build, can't you, I think? With maybe a couple of dragons, etc. But let's hop in here with the undead. Look at this nice yellow. It's really nice to see some of the different colour schemes as well. Look at these zombies coming in with the yellow. It looks really nice and different. So we have just all 5 normal zombies. And in the skies, we are going to have a couple of units of Fellbats. I think 2 units there, and a unit of Vargeists, which obviously have that good armor piercing. Not so much armor though, so they're very susceptible to being shot. We will be having the Necromancer on a cart, who will be coming through with a few items. So he's going to stroke his rod with the Forbidden Rod. He will be having the Scroll of Shielding, Master of the Dead, as well as the Vigorous Mortis and Balefire. Okay, in the sky we will be having the Red Duke of Corsair today on top of his very, very impressive dragon. He will be having Raised Dead, El Scythe as well, Danse Macabre, and his Pestilence Breath with, so no summons I don't think. Oh no, I did see Raised Dead, sorry, I did see Raised Dead. So yeah, that looks pretty good, and then the Vampire of Shadows, which will be having Enfeebling Foe, and it looks like, is that Mystifying Miasma or is that Pendulum? Yeah, Mystifying Miasma, Enfeebling Foe, and Immortal Will. Okay, so no Pendulum. Interesting. I think Pendulum would have been really good. Oh, look at the bats. They're yellow. That is kind of really cool. Alright, so let's hop over here. We are going to have some Dragon Princes. Is that 2 units of this? Hang on. So, I don't know how many Dragon Princes you can have. So 1... Oh, there's like the Fireborn as well. So it's like 3 units of Dragon Princes to possibly deal with Blood Knights. We'll also be having the Archmage of Life, of course, that healing. And as you can see, the Archmage is going to look absolutely fantastic in her green. And that's one of the things I really like about the High Elves. Their design is just phenomenal. Each caster here looks very, very different. We will, of course, on horseback be having the Double Handmaiden. Going to be naked here today, but they will be having that fire ammunition with the magic damage. And we'll be having the very impressive Keepers of the Flame in the front. Look at them here in their orange and blue. They actually look really, really cool. That's really awesome. And we'll have some Sword Masters of Hoeth here. They look obviously awesome here in their sub-faction with some Spearmen and some more Sword Masters in the back. So quite the elite build here for the High Elves, and I feel like this is a way you have to go if you are going to be playing High Elves. There's always elite builds. So both sides have started, and it's like really good luck, have fun from both sides, so really, really cool stuff there. And it should be interesting to see how it goes. No major fire indeed. It's going to be no major fire. Major life is understandable. It looks like we're going to have Earthblood, Life Bloom, and it looks like it's going to be Awakening of the Woods with the Arcane Conduit. Yeah, it looks pretty simple, I think you would have had to lose the Double Handmaiden, and they're just going to be here to kite and shoot up against the Vampire of Shadows. It will be having 105 speed, so a little bit hard to hit, and no real slowdown there for that. So it's going to be a little bit difficult there. Nice charge from the Firebomb with that good fire damage up against these zombies. Just going to charge and retreat. No models, no damage, so good stuff. Although we are going to have a couple of units of the Dragon Princes trading here against the Red Duke. As you can see, they're going to be down to 39 models. A little bit of a hill there might be quite nice. Charging again in the front line, really trying to thin out those models from the zombies. Obviously, when they do hit there, they will be having a big effect on that figure. But it looks like they're just going to be shooting into the Red Duke in the sky, and I think this is perfect from these two. They have that mobility, they have the long-range shots, and they can do some good damage value. And the issue here is you might get caught if you are the Fireborn. They are going to be getting entrapped here by the Vargeists as well. And it is going to force out a charge from the Dragon Princes. A heal going down, just to heal as many of those Dragon Princes as possible. And they are going to be charging. Look at the damage value here up against the Vargeists. Some brilliant stuff there in the pocket, as they're also going to be getting shot by the Double Handmaiden. But a nice invocation to hit there should heal them up. They are down to 7 models. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Invocation to hit will be going down, so it has forced out a bit of Winter Magic there, which will be healing. No, it doesn't heal the Red Duke. It looks like it's just going to be healing the Vargeists. So AC Mort, unfortunately, not getting too many entities there in that heal. But we'll be catching here up against the Fireborn. If we have a look at these lovely red models, look how good they look. But as you can see here, this is fighting straight up against the Red Duke. We'll be having that good fire damage. There will be bonusless large, anti-large as well. That fire damage. Some really good work here up against the Red Duke. You get some good damage value there. They need to probably retreat to their pocket a little bit here. But as you can see, we do have the Archmage. It is being chased in the pocket up against the Vampire of Shadows. And if he doesn't get in the sky, oh, just about gets away. Lucky stuff. I think the Dragon Princes over here in the top half been forgotten about, but they are going to get pulled away here. So some good stuff from Caradoc. Just missing out nearly there, a little bit longer than you would have liked. But the Fireborn have been trapped here in the pocket up against the Vargeists, but the Vargeists will be going down. Once they've gone down, there's not really that big entities there to keep them entrapped. But as you can see, we do have the yellow Grave Guard with the great weapons. Very good at dealing the AP damage here. Not bonus for large, of course, but it's like Awakening of the Wood's going to be coming out. Getting some really good damage value here in this pocket. And here it comes. We're now falling back to the box. We have the box. The box is very sturdy. A little bit wide for my liking. I like the box a little bit tighter, so when you do get the Archmage in the middle, she's a little bit more protected. Very easy to be sniped there by the Dragon. Dragon's going to go in the back, and no immune to psychology for these spinmen, but they will have some good effect. We might have seen the Fireborn here get a good charge on the Duke. The Duke's in the middle, and the Duke could be in trouble. The Duke could be in some very, very big trouble. We do have some heavy Dragon Princes, nice and close. The bonus for Sarge, what's going down here? Is this going to be a summon? Is it going to be some of the zombies? Trying to see if we can push out and through the chaff. I don't know though, I don't know. This might be trapped, and this could be very costly here for Moors. Healing going down in the pocket, I assume. Overcasted as well. Yep, so we get overcasted here in the pocket. Just try and keep these entities alive. And it looks like the Red Duke is going to get away. That's a big shame here for Caradon and the High Elves. The forces are coming forward. That Belfire Necromancer will be coming through, but it's going to be a little bit slow here. Overextending a little bit here with the box, unfortunately, is going to leave these Swordmasters on their own, and they won't have to fight singly up against the Grave Guard. Now, they do win up against Grave Guard pretty comfortably. They have 48, 48, and 36. Up against 26, 26, 42. So they should cast through pretty quickly, but of course, Invocation and Heck here going to help. And of course, if that Belfire did come through, give the bonus to stats as well. Coming over here, though, it looks like we actually do have some Black Knights, but they are going to be getting charged here. What sort of speed are we talking about? So we're talking about 78 up against, what sort of speed have we got here? 78, so a big good charge. They can do some good damage value, but they don't want to overextend. They don't want to overextend. They want to come here and help this pocket. In the back, we do have some Grave Guard fighting straight up against the Fireball, just regular Grave Guard, so no AP from them. And they don't have that bonus for large either, so it's going to be a little bit of a problem there for them. Luckily, it's not the ROR, whereas that fire damage could really impose. We do have some steel Grave Guard in that pocket. They really want to be fighting up against these Keepers. They do some really good damage value up against these Keepers for sure. Zombies just left, right, and centre going down, and really not too much to help them out. But over here in the pocket, this is where it's all going to go down. This is where the gamble has gone down. And as you can see, the Vampire and Shadow is going to be struggling. But the double Dragon Princes here will be getting that heal. But they are going to be trapped by zombies and Fellbats and the Dragon, and there's just all sorts of stuff. And so they have terrified the Archmage. Will she come back? She can be very comfortably chased off by the Vampire Shadows, and that needs to be done. It needs to be done. She has to go. But is she going to come back quick enough? If she does, need an Earthblood, and we need to get back in as soon as possible. It looks like there isn't going to be a chase from Moors. Interesting stuff. Is she going to come back? Looks like there is going to be a chase now. So it looks like that will be going off the edge of the battlefield. Yep, so it looks like she will be going now. She's just going to be rousing now, and that will be it there for the Archmage. But we still do have the double Handmaidens of the Everqueen. They are going to be on fire at will, which means we will be firing into chaff. They need to be firing here up against the caster for sure, and then solely held down taking the Duke. But that healing off the battlefield is going to be really important. She did get some good leadership out there, but just being very well chased by AC Moore. For any new players, that's the exact thing you must do. You must chase off. Firebats in the sky as well, just going to be flying around, causing that fear, being an absolute pain and nuisance as they always are. And yeah, looks like it's going to balance back, going to be relatively even. As you can see, still shooting up in the sky up against the Red Duke. Once he heals, I balance her will flip here into the VC favour, I'm sure. But where is that caster? So that caster is down to 1.1. He is going to be healing himself, but as you can see with a Mortal Will, but he will be having that cap coming through relatively soon. Dragon Princes are going to be charging in the front line here up against the Grave Guard. Great weapons getting some good damage value, but they don't want to get trapped here by the Lord. A nice breath attack as well could do some really good work, but he's going to be going down in for the charge. And the beautiful Dragon Princes are going to be retreating, as we do see the Keepers of the Flame, their awesome blue clothes coming through for the big booty smash. Looks like we have terrified the Dragon Princes on the ROR. The ROR do not have immune to psychology. That's rather surprising considering their price cost. Very interesting stuff. So the Flames will be coming through, fighting up against zombies and co. And what's going down here? Looks like we have a Mystify Miasma. They'll be doing damage over time. And they do have a physical resistance rather than a magic resistance that the Spearmen do. So, nice breath attack there up against the Keepers of the Flame. That's some really, really good damage value there. Pulling down to 64 models and lots of health damage. Balance of Power now pulling into the VC favour, as I'm sure we're going to be getting that healing here on the caster, as well as getting healing on the Red Duke very soon. They're fighting up against zombies, and they did manage to pull out the Graveguard. Graveguard could do some good work over this pocket. Needs to stay very tight now. The Dragon Princes need to go around and just make sure they're doing their damage value. They need to get these units together. They need to get them together and then force the VC player to come to them and really work on this box. Yeah, it was a bit of a lucky disengage there. As we can see here, the Black Knights, negative 40 leadership, they will be going down, lots of HP going down from them, they will be going off into the battlefield. Just a little bit of mobility there going for the VC, which is quite nice if you are the higher player. Just really want to reduce that mobility as much as you possibly can. The Vampire Shadows will be here at its healing cap, and now I can just be healing on the Red Duke. So they are going to be going uphill, but fighting uphill can be a little bit of a pain. They need to take care of this Necromancer. That is the primary target. Another Mr. Fire Miasma going down here, just going to be a normal one, but still do damage value over time. Looks like most of it is going to be resisted, but still some damage value. All helpful there, all helpful. One there did die, but he will be remembered. He will be remembered. In the pocket, this dragon just, oh my god, so much damage value here. Oh, because of course their bonus first large. Elf Self-Fire going down there for the negative physical resistance, melee defense, and speed. But the nice bonus first large there coming out from the Devil Handmaidens. Should have caught that there a little bit sooner, but as you can see, stroking the rod over here on the right. He's going to be stroking that vigorously, just to make sure he gets those winds of magic that is very needed here. But the Red Duke is going to be so close to the healing cap. Any misplay now from the caster or the Red Duke is going to be massive. Breath attack here going down on the... Oh my god, look at that damage value. Brilliant stuff there. Down to 44 models, still able to fight quite nicely, but the floor models here are starting to become a bit wavered. And yeah, as you can see, we only have 2 units of Graveguard left, and they are going to be struggling. We have one over here that is going to be going down due to leadership, and the other one here is just about holding on, but it's not going to be holding on for long. So it looks like we are going to be chasing over some Dragon Princes, some really good stuff from the Fellbats. AC Moore knowing exactly what it needs to do, and these two over here cannot get sniped. Oh, big hit there from the Handmaiden. That is such a... Oh my god, tremendous damage value. Good stuff. Now, they could take on the Vampire Shadows. They could turn around and take it on now. It has been isolated. It's going to be going in the sky. Where they're going to be going. They could fall back here to their Sword Masters, or maybe even fall back to the Keepers of Flame. Look, it's going to be going down for the attack. A mere miss. But they could turn around. Look, the Dragon has engaged. You can turn around. There we go. The perfect stuff coming in from Caradoc. Really recognizing the situation. Getting that good damage value. We're going to get another hit here. We could do another good hit. Brilliant stuff. And that is really going to start pushing balance of power. This could really go down. Vampire Shadows could go down. It is negative leadership. Big hits here coming through. That wins the magic. That's a big misplay here from AC. Going to be losing that caster. It will cause the Dragon to come over. It is negative 28 leadership, so we'll be going down. We need to get these Handmaidens back to the pocket, though. We need the Keepers of Flame to come over and really help. Dragon will come through with this mass. And it looks like it has isolated one of the Handmaidens, but she's going to slip through. She is going to slip through. And it's like Elf Self-Fire is going to go down. We need to get rid of the Vampire Shadows. It's going to be negative 30 leadership. It's going to have 100 health left. And it should go down about now. So that's some good work there, but we are going to be losing another Handmaiden. Elf Self going down as well, which means it's going to be negative on the physical resistance. So trade for trade. I think you'd take that there. I think you'll take that there if you're the high elf player for sure. The floor infantry will lose. And a nice big charge in the backside here could be very good. Good charge. Very, very good stuff. 64 melee defense as well. No joke. Now, it does need some support. This dragon is being an absolute nuisance. Absolute nuisance. So you need some help to really get that Handmaiden going. She could probably work around the flanks here and try and out. And look at that. Everything is going to be pushing. And if you're not careful, this dragon is going to have to stay on the floor. Big charge here coming out of the Fireborn as well. Looks like you're going to get counter-charged as well. That will be going down. I think this could be a win here for the High Elves if you're not careful. We do have the bonus of large anti-large armor piercing Keepers of the Flame. These guys are absolutely exceptional with their magic damage as well. And this dragon does have to stay in combat once. That summon will keep it going, but that summon is not going to last for long. That Handmaiden needs to stay well away from this dragon. Once the Necromancer hand's gone down, there is negative leadership. I'm not sure where these Sword Masters are going. Looks like they are going to be coming for the dragon. I'd stay nice and tight here. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to chase this dragon. You don't need to get isolated and get teared off the battlefield. You just need to fight. I think a nice charge up against the Necromancer could be really, really good. 90 speed here up against 90 for the Handmaiden. Felbats will be coming back. Big charge here could really finish off the Necromancer. I think that's what it's going to be. Could be a little bit overextended here. You can enter the Felbats, can now entrap her. That is going to be a big hit from the Dragon. Dragon to come through, and it is not going to hit. But some big hits going through that will terrify and push off. That is a shame. There's a little bit of an overextension there, unfortunately. But here in the pocket, you now will have to engage. This the Necromancer is going to be holding. So interesting stuff. If he does go away from the Dragon, it could become a little bit difficult. Should be able to heal itself with that regen over time. This is going to be a really close match. So it is dead. Not sure what Caradoc is doing here. So it is going to be spreading out. It is going to be negative on the leadership for those zombies. As long as they're fighting, that's fine. There you go. So they are going to be dead, but he doesn't want to be too tight. He doesn't want any breath attacks causing too much damage value. But you do have to engage here. You do have to engage if you are AC more. What's he going to be going for? So the Felbats are going to be engaging here on the Swordmaster. And this is the problem. They're a little bit separated, and there's not too much support. When he gets in, it's going to be just a little bit too late, I think. You need to be a little bit tighter there. So the Dragon can now get a nice good swoop and get out. You don't want him to get out for free, and you don't want your Spearmen running off as well. You don't really want these guys running away and being able to be sniped here by the Red Duke. They don't have immune to psychology, so that is a problem. So Spearmen are going to catch. What can they do? That is the question. We are at the healing cap here for the Necromancer. Pretty much. Maybe got 100 left in him. But the Spearman could do some good damage value here up against the Red Duke. The Felbats will be going down, I'm sure. But as you can see, a little bit of an overextension from Caradoc with a couple of units not being quite tight enough, meaning not all of the units can get their value and stick together and really pin it up against this Dragon. The Dragon is going to be in the pocket though, and it is going to be taking some damage value for sure. Balance power is going to be in the VC favour, but as you can see, we do have some crumbling units with Felbats. I think it's simply just because the Duke is alive and so healthy. Certain units are going to be going after the Necromancer. Not too much damage value going down. Alright, now they're starting to chomp apart. Okay, now they're starting to take it down. I think now you send all of your units after this. You forget about the Felbats and you just go after this unit. Once the 4 units down, these have to land. They have to land, and that's a good play. So he's going to be negative in the leadership, negative 13, so it will be crumbling. As you can see, the Red Duke is balance power is pretty even. Lots of damage value here going on these single entities. Felbats will more than likely go down. Once the Felbats go down, it just comes down to the Necromancer. The Necromancer has to engage now. And once the Necromancer has gone, negative 32 leadership, the Dragon will engage. Once the Necromancer is gone, you'll lose that +5 melee attack, that +5 melee defense that you get here for the Dragon, and that Dragon should go down nice and quickly. As you can see, in negative 51, which is taking chunks off here. Balance of power now will be pulling into the high elf favour. It has gone, and this Dragon will fall very, very quickly. Elf side could be very good if you could pop that there on the Keepers of the Flame, but I don't think we're going to have too much left here for the Dragon. Dragon will be engaging, and yeah, very, very, very good stuff here from both sides. What an awesome game! What a really, really, really cool, awesome game from both sides. I actually really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think yeah, I mean, it was a pretty close game regardless. 122 kills, 4,700 damage value for the Duke, 173 for the Necromancer, and 1.7 here for the Vampire of Shadows. 600, 300, 920, and 560, with 688 for the Graveguard. Doing some pretty good damage value, nonetheless, doing some good damage value. 455 for the Black Knights, and 266 for the Felbats, 280 and 580 here for the Vargeists. So some really, really good stuff. So 1,000 damage value for the Archmage Life, 1.4, as well as 2.5k damage value for the second Handmaiden. Fantastic stuff. I really like these picks. Really, really good picks. 600 damage value for the Spearman, 255 kills, 2,000 damage value here, 2.1k for the Swordmaster's Hearth, 246 kills, 1.5 for the Swordmasters, 310 kills for 715, and 920 for 69, 112 for 1,669, and 115 for 2.6k damage value for the 5-point Dragon Princes. Really cool stuff. Close indeed, Lewis. Very, very close indeed. See you in the final Caradoc. Now the only issue is if I win my game against Ice Power, that's if, I do have to play High Elves, which is notoriously bad for the Dowie. So Caradoc will be winning, and we'll pop on to the next one. So we'll do Tank up against, I think it's Nebek, and let's get these guys in. So let's get in Big Tank. I hope you don't mind Ice Power. We'll play our game for the last one, if that's alright. Alec Rao. Just bad matchup with VC. Thanks, Alec Rao. Thank you very much. Alright, so Tank is in. I'm just going to kick Caradoc here. Don't take it personally. Go to stream. Cool. Cool, dude. Hi Tank, how you doing, buddy? Hi Tank, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. And here we go, the man, the myth, the Ungrind legend. Yeah, of course, dude. Take your time, take your time. It means we can go through everybody else, and then I can play last. So we need Nekhabet in, if that's okay. I apologise if I'm not saying your name correctly. Is that Nekhabet here? Okie dokie. It is I. Cool, cool. Big Hadri's online, the man, the myth, who won my tournament for Nurgle. So he'll be representing me on the 28th, so 2 days time. 2 days time. Get set and let's go. For physical education. All right, so it was a good game, Caradoc. It was a really, really good game. It was so close between you two. And it was nice to see the Red Duke in action. You know, you do see him sometimes, but you don't see him all the time, and it's nice to see him, to be fair. It was really nice. You're here in party with Party Eternal. I'm sure we're probably going to be seeing maybe... I think we'll see Vlad and the Dad. I think we'll see Vlad, because you don't normally see Vlad. Or Isabella, to be fair. Tank is ready. And let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. Nice to see what sort of build he's going to come from. GG. How we doing, More? How we doing well? If anybody here in the chat now, if you would like to, I'd really appreciate it if you did drop a like. If you are enjoying the content here, that'd be really cool. Because it really does help. I know for you guys that maybe don't do like streaming, that sort of thing, but it really does help like sort of promote the channel. You know, the more interactions you have with the live stream, the more people are likely to join and come have fun. I think if I didn't get my GG set courts too soon, I could have won this. Get my GG set courts. I'm not sure what that is. I think it was a really close matchup, more. I think it was a really close. I think there was 1 or 2 Graveguard as well that weren't fighting from the beginning. Like, there was a couple that were fighting and a few units that weren't as well. But apart from that, like, you played it perfectly. You played it really well. Really, really well. Yeah, and in a match such as that, you know, people are going to be making a little bit of mistakes here and there. Yeah, man. Yeah. Moores clearly knew what had to be done. And, yeah. Well, we've got a tank coming through with the Dowie, which is really cool. You obviously don't see Dowie very often here in the competitive scene. So it's nice to see Dowie here being played today. And I understand there's a few of you that are concerned that there are certain factions that aren't quite, maybe slightly nerfed in this tournament. But unfortunately, there's not too much I can do about it. Also, I was compromised without Alarielle and her star. Oh, my girl queen. I mean, yeah. I think that's part of it as well. Like, if everyone can take Alarielle in that matchup, they will. And that's the whole point of the tournament. Like, you don't get that choice. So, Isabella von Karstein will be in the sky today. I really like Isabella. Isabella's quite fun. She'll be having the Master of Blingland for the negative 40 melee attack, Wind of Death, Raise the Dead, and Invocation of the Heck. We'll be having the Necromancer on foot. So, interesting stuff. He'll be on foot today, stroking that rod, and giving the Master of the Dead. And we'll be having a second Necromancer, who will be having Forbidden Rod, and that's with the Vigorous Mortis. Over the front line, we will be having quite a few units of zombies. So we have, what's that, 3 units of zombies? 4 units of zombies, good stuff. With some Skeleton Warriors here in the back. With some Graveguard with the great weapons, I like it. And over here on the left, we will be having some Cane Wraiths. Now, I like Cane Wraiths quite a lot. I think actually Cane Wraiths in that last one could be quite good. How you doing, Ubus? Nice to see you, dude. Nice DBD clan member here today. Very nice to see you, buddy. And, of course, we'll be having the double black coach. Now, I really like the black coaches. Something for people who might not know if you're a little bit newer here to the scene. The black coaches come with 3 abilities. They have the black Nimbus. They also have Holy Vigor. And they have the black Side. So 3 abilities that they get there when they are engaged in melee. Giving that plus charge and all the good things. So for the Dwarfs, we are going to be having quite a few units. We'll be having Gyrocopter Brimstone Guns in the top. Now, I really like this build. The ROR Skyhammer as well. So the one thing you do have is, in this matchup, if you are going to come with, you know, being a Dowie player myself, if you are going to bring this matchup up against Sky Forces such as the Vampire Count, you kind of need to bring 2 Skyhammers. So you need to bring 2 Gyro Bombers, the Skyhammer and the Gyro Bomber. The reason being is because they have that really nice slow. So let's pop in here with the Gyro Bomber. You will be having that slow ability, so suppressed. You have 2 of those, and you have, you know, bats or whatever chasing. You can shoot and, you know, get sort of angles on them to slow them down and keep shooting them as they go. So we will be having the Rune Lord here in the middle. So the Rune Lord will be on top of his throne, so we'll be giving the Locus of Power for the 15% magic resistance, the Master Rune of Negation for the damage resistance, the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, as well as the Rune of Hearth and Home, which is really good for that immune to psychology. So this is really, really good stuff. He will be having 55% magic resistance when he gets into the battle. We'll be having the Organ Gun, so very, very nice, with the Hammerers, just 2 units of Hammerers, 3 in the back there with the Norgrim Ironbreakers. Now, I kind of like in this matchup, and something we are missing here, maybe, obviously Tank is a very experienced player, but I think actually missing the P-Gay Guard is a bit of a miss. Because as you can see, we do have the Cane Wraiths. So having the P-Gay Guard is actually quite handy for that magic damage. So not having it today can be quite interesting. Now, we have lots of Felbats. What are we going to do up against all these Felbats is the question. And you can see we have the Organ Gun shooting into the Felbats, going to do lots of damage value. We just need to stay nice and close. We need to kill off these Felbats as quick as possible and then dominate the sky. If you are the VC player, you need to back off your bats, get your bats together, and then take on these force of Gyro Bombers. You take out the Gyro Bombers, you win. Pretty simple. Not too complicated there, but Isabella does need to come across. She doesn't, so we don't have, and one thing you do want to bring in this matchup is you definitely want to bring like a Spirit Leech. Spirit Leech is very good, especially at taking out Gyro Bombers, Gyrocopters, all the kind. And you're going to be using your bombs here to deal with skeletons and lightly armoured troops. They're very good at dealing with zombies, very good at dealing with skeletons for sure. But the Cane Wraiths do need to start whipping around the flanks here and getting into the back. But as you can see here, also with the RORs, so if you bring the ROR Norgrim Ironbreakers, they will have immune to psychology. Same with Longbeards, but if you take normal Hammerers or normal Ironbreakers, they won't have immune to psychology. So that fear will be affecting. They have a mass leadership, but the thing is that they won't be. They'll still be affected by fear. They'll still have that -8, which means if they do start losing in combat, they do start to waver a little bit. That +8 is actually really, really helpful. As you can see, really shooting into these Felbats, taking them down one at a time. Perfect stuff from Tank. And you can see both these Felbats are going to go down, which means just one Felbat down. Looks like we are going to be. Is that slowing down there? Yeah, so it looks like we are going to have Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin to slow down the last unit of Felbats. That's some good work there. And just look at those shots into the flank of the Felbats. Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down, putting down a 31 speed. And this Gyrocopter is going to be struggling. He does have 90 speed, so I'm surprised he can't get away here. The Felbats, Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, clearly having a bit of a bug there. They're still able to keep up with him quite comfortably. That should be walking speed. And it doesn't really look too walking speed to me. As you can see, Isabella does need to now get shot by the Skyhammer. If Isabella is able to get shot, she will slow down massively. You have 105 speed for the Gyrocopters. If you shoot using the Skyhammer, you can then just turn and burn with the Gyrocopters. Organ guns now are in range, and they should be able to hell rain fire. But what's going on here? We have Wind of Death perhaps going down. There's like a nice quick move there. Wind of Death going to come through, massive spell, no damage, really good stuff there, and good micro. As you can see in the sky, we will be seeing the 5 units of copters coming after that booty. Where's she going to go? Where's she going to run? I don't know, but dealing with these double black coaches will be difficult, that's for sure. Blasting charges in the front line. As you can see, a little bit of extended here are the organ guns. They will need to be falling back for sure. Blasting charges in the front line, you've dealt with these zombies, move on to the next, put some punch. The thing about the Iron Breakers is that they actually have stronger missiles. They have stronger blasting charges than their minor brothers. As you can see here, it's absolutely devastational here for Isabella von Carstein. She is going to be trying to run, but there is no way she can run high with all their Felbats down. It's a bit of a shame. But in the back, we do have some cane races. Whether this pocket can hold, there's going to be a lot of negative to the leadership. The organ guns here. The reason I don't bring the organ gun, what I actually do is I bring the double Master Engineer. I actually think it's a little bit better. Bring double Master Engineer here, you can have a very nice. Their equivalent of Scab Scrape, you can actually bring the Fiery Ring of Tori. It's very good at dealing damage up against chaff. But as you can see, we have lost Isabella von Carstein. She will be going negative to leadership there. Lord recently died. Bit of a shame, but the Black Coach will be going through. And yeah, not a armor piercing. As you see, they're going to be wavering from tank. This is the problem. This is where they can struggle in this matchup. You can see the hammers will be breaking, but as you can see in the pocket here, the multi breaker is going to be not too bad. They're going to be holding relatively well, but the negative to leadership is going to be massive. If we do pop in here, looks like we can't see. Yeah, there's going to be lots of negatives, including that -8 due to being feared here. But there's nothing to do with these cane race. I don't know what you're going to do about the cane race. Is the only problem. The Rune Lord doesn't do any magic damage, you don't have Grombringle, and you don't have Gotrek, and you don't even have the Peak Gate Guard, so you're going to struggle here for the magic damage. What's the Organ Guns? The Organ Guns will be offline. We have lots of bombs here, so I haven't seen any bomb drops coming in from the Skyhammer, or any bomb drops from the Gyro Bombs. And they need to get in and start dropping some bombs ASAP. Look at these bombs! They need to start getting in and dropping some bombs for sure. Bounce-a-bound here will be pulling away just about as we have lost another Black Coach. And I think that's going to be a pull-out from the VC. Alright, so close defeat here, but not too much here from Isabella. 62 to 40. As you can see, yeah, not too much. Cane Race 90, 200, 600, 530, 400. And the Felbats did okay, like they just got shredded for the most part. They just need to be a little bit more aggressive, I felt like, but 435 and 340 here. A little bit unfortunate there for Party Elite, but some really good stuff here from Tank. Really good use of the Rune Lord with that slow, increased on the magic resistance as well. But 1.1, 730, 340. As we can see here, 970 for the Norgrim Ironbreakers, 700, 600, 700, 820, 2,400 for the Skyhammer, and 991 for the Organ Gun. Really, really cool stuff. Alright, so we should be now, should be Void against Venge. So Tank going through there, so Tank will be playing up either against, it'll be Dowie on Dowie, or it will be another VC game. So let's get Venge and Void in here. Right, Void should be coming in. Venge, I don't know if you're here, buddy, but you're up. You're up now. Alrighty, let's hop in with you guys, see what you have to say. Poor Isabella indeed. It is a hard matchup. I actually think it's quite Dowie favoured. For those that know how to play the Dowie, there's quite a few things you can do as the Dowie, so yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, I agree with you, Finch. It's not. I wish I could play, but at work, so I need entertainment. Ah, cool. Well, glad you're getting entertained, viewers. Hopefully you can play the next one, buddy. I'll be doing the next one similar time next week, I'm sure. Very interesting build. Yeah, I think there's a few things I would do differently, but I like the build nonetheless. I really like the build from Tank. There's a few things that I would change, for sure, but yeah. He could have lost to Elizabeth at that time. If that Wind of Death was a little later on with the US. Yeah, I agree, Biblington. I think the Wind of Death was a bit premature, but I think he wanted to get rid of the Norgrim Iron Breakers before the blasting charges got out. So, oh, let's have a look here. All right. That's you, Tank, isn't it? Vlad would not have helped. If you bring much more air. Yeah, I think actually, surprisingly, in that matchup, something that surprised me a little bit is gyrocopters is a bit risky in that matchup, in my personal experience. Good VC players are very good at dealing with gyrocopters. At least I found. But it was nice to see the gyrocopters working. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, the problem is with the is it Lemekian, I think her name is, but you can't bring her in this tournament because she's part of the main faction. Cool. Let me invite Void again, Mr. Void Lols. And Venge, I don't think I have you, buddy. Cool, let me add Venge up. Right. Add friend. Alright, we have Void in. Perfect. VC air is slow, will not help catch them. Yeah. 40% match resistance, say bye-bye to any cost-effective. Gaze can still do some good damage with the Rune Lord. If you overcast it, you'll still do some good damage value. Even with 55% damage resistance on him, there'll still be a lot of damage. Another VC versus Dowie game. It is another VC versus Dowie game. But in this one, we have Clan Ungrund, and yeah. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. A lot of people said without the main factions, VC would struggle, but actually 3 VC factions have made it to the end. So, yeah, I think VC have done quite well today. VC always do quite well in this tournament. VC and typically Tomb Kings, surprisingly. Tomb Kings did quite well in the last one, which was quite cool. I don't see many Tomb Kings. There's not many Tomb King mains out there. I was talking to Ducky about this. And there's not too many Tomb King mains, and there's not very many like Norscan mains that I know of. You know, I'm sure there are some, and maybe something that I've overthought or like overlooked, but there's not too many that I know of. You know, I couldn't name more than 5. You know, it's the same for Dowie. There's not many Dowie mains. You know, you've got me, Venge, Grombrindle, Sergeant Spaghetti. 4 I can think of. I can't really think of any more, to be honest. Right, so it looks like I'm added. Where's Venge? I don't see a Venge. Oh, Bugmanaholic. Ah, that makes sense. Void Avenger, show them the true power of the vampires. I mean, if anybody can, it's going to be Void. If anybody can, it can be Void. Oh, Amu plays a lot of dwarves. Does he main dwarves, Phoenix? I don't know if he mains dwarves, but I know he's very good with them. There's quite a few HE players. Aha! Alright, so we have Karakadrin here up against VC, so it should be quite fun. He plays lots of Lizardman, Dwarfs, and Wood Elves. Oh, sounds like me. I'd say my factions are Dwarfs, Greenskins, and yeah, Wood Elves, Lizardmen, Empire. Any of those three after that, yeah. Alright, looks like they're both ready. Let's hop into it. Excited, let's do this. And then it's going to be me up against Ice Power. I'm sure I'm going to get handed to me. It's a pretty favorited matchup there, I think. Pretty favorited matchup for the Dark Elves for sure. I should have gone Dark Elves. Says Caradoc. We need more undead than just VC. Yeah, and here's the thing, guys. It's a fun tournament. You are welcome to bring whoever you like. You can bring whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. And if you think that certain factions are unfair and you don't like to bring them, don't bring them. It's pretty much that simple. If you don't like it, don't bring it. Just play something else. Have fun. Bring a faction you don't normally bring. Do something. Lots of VC players have brought. Lots of VC players have come today and they've won. And even in unfavorable matchups, you still have to play well, regardless of skill level, whatever, etc. You still have to play well to win. You just can't be guaranteed wins. I played up against one of Dwarf's worst matchups is Greenskins. I played Greenskins up against a very good player in Suave. So, and I won against the Greenskins, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'll sign next week. I'll sign up with Kislev. I'd love to sign up with Kislev, Phoenix. I would love to sign up with Kislev. It would be so fun. I'm super excited for Kislev. I'm super excited. I could never betray my Dowie, but the thing is I am super excited for Kislev. I love him. I love my Kislevs. Kislev look like they're going to play somewhere in between, like, Dowie and Empire for me, as well. They look like really, really cool. I also like Little Grom. Little Grom looks insane. Also, the name is perfect. Billington, 100%, you are going to be a Kislev main. I could just feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Yes, indeed, the potato PC from Void today. Alright, ooh, now this is a different build. So, we have some Ironbreakers in the front line with some Hammerers. The Peak Gate Guard, some more Ironbreakers, Hammerers, and Iron Breakers. So double check we've got the right amount, so we should have 3 of each. So we have 3 of each. We also have the Dragonback Slayers, which is the perfect pick in my opinion. We'll also be having Ungrim, and I'm sure he'll be naked. Naked he is indeed. And he will be having the Triple Warhammer Torpedoes. I like that a lot. They're very good at taking out large entities. So I like this build a lot, and yeah, Felbats are pretty much going to do nothing against Trollhammer Torpedoes. They don't have immune to psychology, but they have lots of fire resistance, which makes them pretty good up against those Dragon Breaths. So 70%, pretty good stuff. I don't know, I think it just does magic damage for these ones because they're undead. Yeah, it's just magic damage. Alright, so for the front line, we're going to be having that chaff, of course. So lots of zombies here from Void. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to have the Feasters in the Dusk, which is going to be the ROR. So the crew goals here are pretty nice. Let's have a look at them today. Look at that. Coming in with their very interesting blue. Well, they have the poison, have all the other good bits and bobs. They also have stalk. So they're going to whip around the flanks there and being a little bit surprising. We're of course going to have the Vargols. I think Vargols are very good in this matchup for sure. As well as the double corpse cart, one of them here being the Necromancer. So for the Necromancer, we are going to be having the Vigorous Mortis, Master of the Undead, Skull of Shielding, and of course the Forbidden Rod. The other one, it will be the just a normal corpse cart. Okay. Looks like some Graveguard with great weapons. I'm going to see the ROR today. So we're going to see the Sternsman, as well as a couple more units of Graveguard. Great weapons, 3 units of Felbats in the sky. And that looks to be it. It looks like we're just going to have a normal Vampire Lord today in the sky. Let's get in on this bad boy. So he will be having the Undeath Resurgence, as well as Charmed Shield, Raised Dead, as well as Gaze of Nagash, Dance of Macabre, Invocation of Nehek, Pestilence Breath, and a Curse of the Undeath. So some really cool stuff. Lots of AP, lots of punch power, and look at this build. Oh my god, I love it. So I think we have a Gaze of Nagash here coming down on top of the Iron Drake Warhammer Torpedoes. Let's have a look, see what this does here. It's going to come in, and what we're going to see. Look at those bearded boys. They took it like an absolute champ. All 21 alive. Perfect stuff. That's what you like to see. It's what you like to see. They took it like the true bearded foes you do expect. Now, as you know, Void is going to be a very good player. He is not going to be going too close to the Trollhammer Torpedoes are going to do too much work. As you can see, this map here is a little bit slanted, so he will be going uphill just a little bit. But it's not too much of a problem here. The boys in yellow will be coming forward though, and I think they're going to get a nice full surround. Just make sure they can just reduce that vigor. There is going to be some blasting charges left, right, and centre, however, so you do have to be careful of that. But the immune to psychology here for the Peak Gate Guard is going to be very good. With that magic damage, the armor sundering and armor piercing is going to be very good as well. Well, then we are going to have another Gaze of Nagash going down. So they're going to spread apart. Some really good micro there from Venge. Really, really good stuff. Losing no models, barely any health as well. Some nice stuff. Here we go. Straight down the pipeline. Look at that. Not so much damage value, surprisingly. I think these boys are quite spread out. But maybe I'd save on to that ammunition. I don't really want to be shooting into zombies, that's for sure. So once this phase, once it has engaged, the movement phase will end once there is an engagement in combat. So it looks like there is going to be an engagement here, which means you now, from this point onwards, you do have to engage. Blast and charge down the front line. Look at that damage value. Brilliant stuff there. Not getting too many models, but that damage on health is massive. Going to be coming over to shoot the Iron Drake Warhammer Torpedoes. You do need to keep your Ungrim and your Dragonback Slayers close. Likely going to be a summon here on the Dragonback Slayers. That's going to be flying over the top. He's going to get some hits in the rear for it. And the Felbats will be coming down on top of the Iron Drake Warhammer Torpedoes. There's some good work there using the Felbats, and also they're going to be hitting some more entities. We are going to be having the Vargolf coming in, just to help slap, but to slap from behind, you're going to see Ungrim coming in as well. Nice armor piercing for the hammer, should be good at punching straight through the Vargolf as well. Iron Breakers, just opening up a slight bit of pocket here. I don't really want to be seeing that too much. You see the Dragon Vampire Lord will be coming down, we need to start seeing these Slayers come in, but I can see the big axe coming in from Ungrim. Iron Fist will be absolutely destroying this Vampire Lord. Graveguard will be coming in, some blasting charges along the flanks here. Graveguard, great weapons. And yeah, Not too bad. Looks like the Dance Macabre are going down as well. There's going to be another summon here in the pocket, just to make sure these boys don't shoot too long. A really good game here so far. The Graveguard Ravens are just a little bit stuck over here on the flank, fighting up against one unit of Hammers. As you can see, the PK guard in the front will be fighting up against zombies, and so they'll start getting a little bit low. They're not going to, as you can see, holding very well here with that terror coming into the Vampire Lord. But they should get a puncher and gets a good damage value. Balance of power relatively even here. You have a very healthy Ungrim in the pocket. He does need to help chomp down these Fellbats to the side, as well as the Necromancer. Necromancer's a little bit in the pocket here. He's playing it dangerous, that's for sure. He's very cheap, so you're not too worried. Nice blasting charges here into the Dragon Vampire, and a nice breath attack going down on the Iron Drakes. Iron Drakes will be breaking and running. Another summon in the pocket here. Just relentless summons here coming from the Big C on top of the Dowie. As you can create such unliving beasts. Only manlings indeed can create such unliving beasts. But as you can see in the pocket, the Dragonman Slayers will be down to 23 models. And they need to stay nice and close to the big boy Ungrim. Just a slap up here if needed. Blaster charges in the pocket, going to be smashing apart these skeletons. Resurgence of Undeath going down to the increased defense. As you can see, unfortunately the Iron Drakes are really going to be taking a big pounding here. We might get another unit come back and they can fire from the outside, but all three will be on their own here just for a little bit. If they do turn around with the Iron Drakes or Hammer Torpedoes here though, we could get a nice big smash against the Vargolf. Vargolf is going to be leaving the pocket, and what's the big booty smash going to do here? Yeah, he is going to come, and looks like they're not going to be coming back, so that's well played there. The pocket is just about holding. Blasting charges going down in the pocket here, up against the Graveguard and Co. It's just going to be the infantry versus the world here. We are going to get some Iron Drakes coming back into the fixture. There's some really nice breath attacks here on the Hammers. It looks like there's going to be one breath attack here left from the Vampire Lord. What are we going to see though, is the question. Looks like we're going to be losing some zombies. Lots of Graveguards in this pocket. 1, 2, 3 units of Graveguard. And we have the Stonesman. Stonesman's still involved as well. So 4 units of Graveguard with a pretty healthy Vampire Lord. It could be pretty scary. You still have Ungrim though. He is unbreakable, so he's going to be getting that full value, that's for sure. And it's just going to be holding that balance of power. We do have a shattered unit of the PK Guard. 4 of those left. They will not be coming back. But it's still nice to see that they've done some good damage value. And the Iron Drakes will be back online. They only have that 90 range, but if they do manage to get some shots here into the Vampire Lord, it could be some really good stuff. Shots from behind up against the Graveguard could be quite nice, but where's that Vargolf? That Vargolf is in the pocket, I think, here somewhere. Vargolf. Ah, here he is. The Vargolf is coming back. He does have... Is that 80 speed? Yeah, it's 80 speed. So you should be able to chase. You don't want to have your Iron Drake stacked on top of each other. You want them to spread apart here and shoot up against the Vargolf as much as possible. As you can see, a little bit isolated here, the Iron Breakers, they're going to do okay, but they will lose against Graveguard. They have all the tools to beat them, unfortunately. They'll hold for a long time, but -1 leadership, apparently, holding just about. These boys are holding to the very end. Family do not like running. Graveguard down to -48 leadership. It's a bit of a shame that they should normally shatter at this point and like immediately die, but they're going to be holding on, because you know, that's what Undead do. Turning around here, we do have the Dragonback Slayers coming in. Should we get some big hits, but it's not going to come back. I want to sit them nice and close to this pocket, get this pocket tight. We do actually have some Iron Drakes coming out. 5 units of Iron Drakes should be able to come back, and now it's the big fight in the end. We are going to have Sternsman and a unit of Graveguard up against quite a few entities. So it looks like he's going to be helping his Iron Drakes or Hammer Torpedoes with the Slayers, just allow them to come back to the fray. Shoot here up against the Vampire Lord as much as possible. Are they going to turn and burn? They might turn and burn. No, they're going to be shooting here up against the Vampire Lord. Some good damage value for sure, but they need protecting. As you can see here, the Royal Bodyguards are going to be protecting the Hammer Torpedoes. The rest should hold on their own, but you don't have a broken unit of Hammers. That is a shame. They should come back here. They should come back. They have 31 leadership, so you might see them come back relatively quickly here. Look at those coming through. A few of them going to miss. Not too tracking by the looks, but shooting in this pocket could be quite nice. They're able to shoot on top of the Necromancer, on top of the Corpse Cart, could be very good work. The balance of power here pulling relatively hard, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for the Dowie going forward. Most of these entities are pretty low now. The Iron Breakers aren't going to do too much damage going up against the Graveguard, but the Hammers still should be able to put on a good show. So in the back here, what just got pushed off? So shattered unit of Iron Breakers. But we still have some Iron Drake to hammer torpedoes and some hammers back, so they should be able to come back into the fray. Where's the big boy going? It looks like he's just going to be zoning out the Vargolf. The Vargolf can't really get anywhere close. He does fight up against the big boy with the axe. The double could come in. The double snipe here could come in. And here we go. Ungrim will be coming in. And due to those attacks, he's not going to be able to quite get onto it. Look at that. The Slayers will be going down. Dragonbacks will be going. Terrified units of Iron Drakes here in the pocket. And the Vargolf is now pretty free to come in and do some slapping. Broken unit of Iron Drakes on the side. They have shattered. Everything has shattered. It looks like it's going to be Ungrim versus the world. And it looks like, unfortunately, here, Venge is going to pull out. Well played to both sides. Let's go with Bunkmanaholic here, always known as Venge. 460 damage value for Ungrim, 982 for the Hammerers, and 962. 13k damage dealt, not too bad stuff. 630 damage value for the Dragonbacks. 1.4 here for the Iron Breakers. 940, 800, and 1.1 for the Peak Gate Guard. 400, 1000 here for the Iron Drakes, and 470. I think what would have been nicer here is maybe to see the double Master Engineer and maybe drop that and bring maybe another unit of Slayers, bring another unit of maybe just another unit of Great Weapon Longbeards would have been quite nice. So a more immune to psychology would have been really nice. Or maybe just see the ROR Iron Breakers. They're really, really good for the immune to psychology. You know, they can hold in that pocket really, really nicely. I think that's something quite nice here. But as you can see, 3,000 damage value, 3.1 actually for the Vampire Lord, 80, and let's have a little look here, 280 for the Feasters, and 695, 50, 900, 1.25 here for the Graveguard, and 840 for the Sternsman. Otherwise, some pretty good stuff. Otherwise, all round, 1,000 damage value here for the Vargolf. Yeah, some good stuff. Some good stuff all round. Really, really, really good battle. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be me now. It's going to be me fighting. But, yeah, GG's to Void Lols. You will be fighting here up against, yet again, more Dowie. Alright, so we are going to be having Void up against Tank in the other semi-final. And now it's going to be me against Ice Power. So, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited. I know I'm probably going to get my booty handed to me, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Ice Power. Well, looks like I've been invited. Let's see if we can join here. I think there's a password. Is it 1, 2, 3? Not too sure. Ah, we're in. We are in. All right. Let's catch up with you guys. Let's see what you guys have to say. No faction can keep me for themselves for long, but resisting the alluring songs of the bears will be hard. It will be. It will be. So much winter matter wasted. He has Necromancer. Buenocopters seen here. I don't think you. I think Copters is a rare one there. I think Copters is a rare one. Right, so I haven't particularly done this too much before, but I'll try and cast whilst I'm on stream. We'll try and see what we can do. Let's put up my big picture. So I have a big picture here. Perfect. Alright, so you guys can't see what I have, but you'll know what I've got. You'll see my big face. The big Gromby. But GG's indeed, GG's. Well played to Void. He played very well, and it was good to see. Don't want to play versus VC again. Unfortunately, that is get screen blocker. Cheers, Amaldo. I appreciate that. This is my screen blocker. you like it? Can you tell my technical genius? Oh. Alright, so we're playing on Prague. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. What are we going to bring here? There's lots that you can be done with ice power, I think. There's lots you can do. The question is going to be pretty hard, I think. What to bring, I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. I can think of a build, but I know there's lots of counters. You've got to think about dark shards. You've obviously got to think about all sorts of things, actually, to be fair. Let me try and see if I can whip up a build. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we'll have a thought as we go through. Maybe drop that. Okie dokie. So we're going to want at least one of those and one of those. If we're going to do that, we could probably take one more of these, and then we're going to want some of these for sure. Okay, we still have some funds. We have more funds than I thought we would. Okay, so now we don't have as much funds as I thought we could, but I could take one of these, perhaps. Okay, it's not too bad, it's not too bad. I've seen better. Maybe it's just worth dropping that, to be fair. I'm just going nice and wide. I think this is a tough one. What are you guys thinking, though? What are you thinking? Ungram and Felix. Ooh. Yeah, you can roughly see what I'm picking. You can roughly see. Ugly Grumbry. Indeed, that's why we're not bringing him. I'm not bringing him at all. Don't need him. Right, so look, I'll think here. So there's a few things we can bring. So we have a 0 build at the top. Okay, I like to see it. I don't know if I'm going to get away with a 0 build. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. No, I don't think that's possible, so let's try... We could try that. Yeah, let's try that then. I think this is the way to do it. Cool. I think I've got myself a build. I think we can do this. Alright, let's do this. Should be interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm expecting a full copter spam and box. Ice would never bring Marathi. I think he's going to bring all sorts of things, to be quite honest. I think he's going to bring all sorts of things. All I know is I'm expecting some really interesting bits and bobs. Right, let's drop this. Get this thing out my face. All right. Indeed. Indeed. So it looks like we're going to be fighting uphill. Let's see what sort of range we've got. We've got some pretty good range. Where do you want to fight? This looks pretty good.
Miners!
Just gonna spread my forces out a bit.
War of vengeance! We demand blood! We fire on your command! Ready to serve! For the High King! The clans unite!
So I'm expecting him to go pretty cheap. Like, he's going to have some cheapy front line. You're probably going to see some dark shards as well.
Slayers! War of vengeance!
We'll definitely be seeing Marathi, probably Marathi double Manticore, I imagine.
Demand
So
blood!
I've got Longbeards. They've got immune to psychology. They should do pretty well.
Ancestor gods! The clans unite!
And I've got the triple threat in the middle. But I've gone with the Runesmith. He's going to have Rune of Wrath and Ruin. He's also going to be having Rune of Negation. And Naked Felix for that healing here to help a Naked Ungrim. So these three should be pretty powerful together. How that's going to go, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. Let's see what he's done. So he's got a pretty low count. So we could be expecting some elite stuff here. I don't really know. 8 shades incoming. If we see 8 shades, I'm in big trouble. I should have. If only you had said sooner, I would have taken the Slayer Rush. Good luck, have fun, mate. Let's do this. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we have a Death Hag, Cold One Chariots, and we have a Bloodrack Shrine. We have the Lord Choice, which is Marathi on foot, and we have a couple of units of Harpies. We have some Bleak Swords, and we have some units that we're missing. Oh, look at that. We're going to have Goblins attached, and we're going to miss.
Brooch thrower!
So we should be able to effectively move quite comfortably. Yeah, so I think we'll stop that fire.
Ammunition!
And I think what we'll do is we will rotate slightly.
The Iron Fist!
And then move forward just a little
That'll
bit.
do! The clans unite! Do we halt? Slay the Oathbreakers!
The question is, we have lots of Dark Riders with shields, we have Harpies, we have all sorts of overwhelming factors that I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with here. We have quite a lot to look after here.
Pump those dwarven legs! Plow through! Strike out! Plow through! Kill orcs! Go! Strike
So
out!
Dark Riders in the back. What's going on over here? So there's a Bloodrack Shrine over here. Let's see if we can get some volleys in nice and early.
Attack the orcs!
They do have silver shields, so they'll take quite a lot to the face, I'm sure. They probably need to shoot the Harpies, really. Really need to be shooting the Harpies.
Go! Valea's blessing on us! For the High King! Yes! Ready to strike! Yes! Aye!
Cool, so we're going to pop through and try and see if we can do some damage on these chariots. I highly doubt it, but
Gunners! Axe us out! Vengeance! Put those dwarven legs!
there we go. We have some riders in the back. We're going to do some damage value here for sure. Soul Stealer going down.
Ready to serve! Got
My miners have been thrown about all over the place.
vengeance!
Right, Let's half need to go offline and let's bring these guys back.
Nothing can stop us.
We're playing pretty well so far.
Right! Range fast!
I think we
Range
can get
fast!
on top of there. So Dark Riders will be coming back in.
Range
See
far!
if we can hit
Range
those Dark
fast!
Riders.
War of
We have
vengeance!
some more coming in as well. Let's see if we can help shoot.
Withdraw!
So in the front line we had these two
Hungry
just
man fist!
mulling around, not really doing too
The
much.
runes are cast! Cast room!
So we
Nothing
can
can
move
stop us!
forward and yeah, looks like we've managed to hit a few units.
Move to
But quite a
attack!
few of our Dowie are in
For the
trouble.
ancestors! Pull out!
These Dark Riders look down, so
On
let's
my
go
oath,
over here after
They die!
Marathi.
It is an order! Scuff! It is an order!
Let's give them
Ready
in
to strike! Kazuk!
For the ancestors!
Go! Right? Yes!
Right, so it looks like we're losing on all fronts, but we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. Our back line has been pushed pretty hard. Where's our Slayers gone? So our Slayers in the back.
The
Let's get them back
clans
in the pocket.
unite! Longbeard!
We're going to fight in the pocket.
Runes of spellbreaking!
These two need to come in and help.
Scuff!
Move now!
We need to get after Marathi, really.
Champions!
Overwhelm! Move!
But they're going to get onto our cannon crews, but that's fine. They've done their damage value, I'm sure.
Longbeards!
Longbeards are going to be fighting. We need to get the Bugmans back in,
Come
so they
on.
can shoot up.
Yes.
So, looks like we're going to be getting charged by the Dark Riders, though.
Lord of vengeance!
Should be Bleak Swords in combat. And now it's just down to if
Pull
we can take on the Wrath.
Kill!
I don't think we're taking lots of damage with him. I guess we're fighting against hard enough executioners as well. I think we pretty much lost this. I don't think I can hold it too well.
Vengeance! Charge!
Yeah, Bugman's in the back and getting destroyed. I really like this matchup for the Dark Elves. There's some really, really cool things you can do with it, like just continuously cycle charging and getting some good damage. Like Marathi's out. Felix has been terrified. And yeah, GG. Good stuff. Another Soul Stealer going down.
Withdraw!
Cool stuff. Nice. We just had some Dragon Pack Slayers in the back, so we'll watch those guys just carve apart and do their bits and bobs. They're going to be here just absolutely slaughtering up against the Bleak Swords. Getting that absolute vengeance here for the Slayer King himself.
I am
Well played.
wasted here!
Really love the Dowie voice lines. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I think this is a nice build. So Marathi 1.8, she had lots of Soul Stealers, 700 damage value for the Death Hag, 500 for the Bleak Sword. The Bleak Swords did pretty well. Oh, 900 damage value, good stuff. 1.6, 1.4. They pretty much have all the tools to win. Like, I probably could have gone like an elite box, but I thought like the problem here is if you go mass Dark Shards or you go like mass Shades, there's kind of like nothing to do. Hey Parkerilla, how you doing? Iceberg could have got... he could have let me win, he could have, but he shouldn't, But the issue here is that you go one or two ways and I have to kind of guess what he's gone. If he goes Dark Shards and I don't bring like the Bugman Rangers, I just kind of don't stand a chance. But yeah, some good value and some really good like micro from the Dark Riders in the back. The Harpies like were good enough just to shut down certain units and have that fear. And 800 damage value from the Cold One Chariots, 450 from the Bloodbrack Shrine, and the Harkonasters pretty much tore everything else apart. Is the biggest problem. Got 440 for Ungarim. He just got poisoned and just taken down pretty slowly by the Death Hag and Co. Soul Stealer was pretty good as well. Felix did nothing. 240 for the Runesmith. Let's have a look here. So 440 for the Mugmans, 330 for the Goblobber. And yeah, not too much from the rest. Slayers struggled a little bit. The Dragonbats got pulled out due to lack of micro. 74 kills. The Longbeards just struggled as well. Yeah, I thought the Longbeards would do better against the Bleak Swords, but I guess they just struggled. But yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, but probably should have done. Yeah. They got about 1,000. They didn't do too great. GG's. So, we'll set up for the final. We will have Sub-faction. I think my other way of dealing with it was I was going to go. I think if I'd gone my original idea, I probably could have won that. I was actually going to go like a death bob box, but obviously Dark Shards would have just tore that apart. Yeah, GG's, dude. GG's. I really like Dark Elves in that matchup. Ah, don't worry about it, Venge. Like, it's a tough matchup, really. I think VC against, I think at the very, very top level, like VC against Dowie is like 55-45. I think it's like a little bit stronger for the VC. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking like I had to spam range, but if I just spammed range there, I think I still lose because I think you would have just you just would have outdone me. Yeah, because you got Soul Stealer, you've got all sorts of good things. I think Dowie they have nothing to stop that. They just don't really have anything. You know, I think normally like if you get Malekith on top of his limo, it's pretty good. But how you doing, Parkerilla? Hope you're doing well. What have you missed? So I just lost in the quarterfinals to Ice Power. Caradoc just beat AC Moore, and Tank just beat Nemekit, and Venge just unfortunately lost to Void there. So we'll be Void against Tank in the final, and Ice Power against Caradoc. So we'll be having the Cult of Mother, so the Cult of Pleasure, up against the Order of the Lawmasters. So let's hop in here. We'll host this now. Me as the host. So let's get you guys in. So it'll be Caradoc, and we will have Ice Power. Nice. Let's get those in. Yeah, I think it's 55-45 to the VC. I think the lower you go down in quality, the higher it becomes with the dwarves for sure. But if your micro's on top and you use your breath attacks correctly, it can be very difficult for the Dowie. It can be very difficult. Good to hear you doing well, Parkerilla. So in this matchup, it's going to be High Elves versus Dark Elves. So this could be an interesting one. As per usual, coming through again, Ice Power going to be showing just how powerful the Dark Elves are. That's the strongest faction in the game, as I'm sure he would agree. Yeah, it's something I do a lot. It's a tough matchup. It really is a tough matchup. The map, yes, that's a good question. I should probably know that. So the map is going to be Summer Song. I like Summer Song. It's quite a nice map. Pretty well balanced, if I do say so myself. There we go. Yeah, don't change your build based on what you're playing against certain people. Like, for example, if I play a Robert Duck of War, I tend to know roughly what I think he's going to bring, and then all of a sudden he'll bring something completely different. So, like, what you should do is build for what can happen, and then see what happens there. Falcon would be very good. I think Falcon would really enjoy this tournament. I think it would really hit something that Falcon would enjoy. He's been playing... What's he been playing a lot of at the moment? What have I seen him playing? He's been playing a lot of High Elves at the moment. To be fair. So it's quite nice. We're going to see 4 different factions here in the final. We're going to be seeing High Elves, Dark Elves, VC, and Dwarfs. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. He's been bringing a lot of what's he been bringing? He's been bringing the Frostheart Phoenix. He's loving that thing at the moment. Not too sure why, but he certainly loves it. He's trying to make it work. Not too sure why. But Knights of Caledora is it's a cool faction for sure. All right, no problem. Alrighty. So this could be a pretty potentially difficult matchup. I think this is a difficult matchup. I think this is a difficult matchup. Both very good players. What does it generally favour? There's lots of armor piercing here on the side of the Wood Elves. The side of the Dark Elves. I would go ahead and say it just about favours the Dark Elves, in my opinion. That's what I would roughly say it favours. Yeah, it's a mobile unit that's not only slows, it also causes good debuffs as well. Debuffs in base weapon damage, debuffs in armor piercing. It's pretty good, really. It's pretty good overall. It also slows and is also pretty cheap for terror, you know. It's mobile, it's really quick. It's yeah. Antisty's a very good player. Antisty's very good. He's one of the best players in the game for sure. Oh, let's have a look. Always with the 0 builds. Icebound, a very strong player as well. He will be making it through alongside Void Lols here into the ECL. So 2 players here that are very, very strong. I got a really fun build, guys. Cool. I'm excited to see it. Icepower. Icepower, of course, known for being a very powerful Dark Elf main. Just really showing how extremely overpowered this faction really is. And just utilizing it to its best power. Frosties are best versus Skavens. They cannot kill them due to debuffs. Yeah, fair enough. I like that. Could you take a double Frostheart in that matchup, Tank? Nah, Dark Elves do need a little bit of love. I think if you go really look at factions that really need some love, you want to look at Dark Elves, you want to look at Beastmen, and then you want to look at Norska. I think they're 3 factions that could do with a little bit of CA love, if it were. Yeah, maybe a little bit of remodeling for certain units. I take Techless on a Phoenix plus Frosty. Oh, okay, fair enough. Pretty strong combo. I mean, he's an absolute animal on top of his Phoenix. He's super expensive, but he's an animal for sure. Yeah, I'm not really a high elf player myself, actually. I must admit, I don't really play too many high elves. Maybe I should play some more. I always actually end up playing the dark. Whenever I get time, I don't often have time. Let's be quite honest. I don't often get too much time. But when I do, I normally just play Dowie, really. High elf favoured matchup, you think? You think it's a high elf favoured? I'm not sure. Maybe. If you go elite, I think it could be. But I think most builds are elite for high elves. But I see high elves in the final though, and this is the whole point of this tournament, right? You never normally see high elves, or you never normally see dark elves this late into a competition where they're really trying to compete to win here. You know, you don't normally see it. You don't normally see it. All right. Both players are ready, so let's hop into this. Hope everybody's doing well though. Hope everybody's having a fantastic evening. No, don't worry about it. I was missing something, but it's okay, we'll go without it. And we're going to play on Summer Song. I really like this map, this nice little... got some good terrain that you have to account for here, so you can't just rely on artillery. Have to use some open play. Let's go here with the Dark Elves, the overpowered units, the Cold One Knights here for the bonus large anti-large armor piercing. With some other units of Dark Riders with shields. We have some Dreadspears here in the front line. Quite a few units indeed. We're not going to see the ROR. Was this too many Dreadspears? It looks like too many Dreadspears. No, is it just 5 or am I blind? 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I saw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, just 5. Okay, I'm blind. And then obviously it's going to be some more Bleak Swords as well. And we have some Dark Riders, Dark Shards with shields and non-shields in the back. And we have the Sorceress of Shadows, a Sorceress of Fire, and a Dreadlord. So what's the Sorceress of Shadows for? Let's have a look. She's going to be on foot. She'll be having the Pendulum. We'll also have Burning Head for Kindle Flame. And we'll be having the Dreadlord with the Sword and Shield. So pretty good melee combatant. Not too great, not too bad either. But a little bit low on the HP pool, of course. But the Scourge Runner Chariots in the back. They look pretty beastly. Let's get on these bad boys. Look at them in their nice purple. They're, yeah, pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Yeah, so a relatively nice build overall. Pretty wide. Should be interesting to see how they face here in this matchup. As we can see, we have some Spearmen in the front line with some White Lions of Chase. And some more Spearmen. So White Lions of Chase pretty good here. They have some armor piercing. I think they struggle in most matchups. They do very well up against the Dawi for sure. But they could do okay here. They do okay against some more heavily armoured units, but you know, if they come up against like Hagenhof Executioners, they're just going to get chomped apart pretty comfortably. Lothran Seaguard in the back with some archers as well. What else we got here? It looks like we have a Handmaiden of the Everqueen. It's going to be nice and naked there. Here's a lot of Lothran Seaguard with some silver helms in the back, and the Lord Choicewell with the Archmage of High. Actually, here, they're going to be in a beautiful blue. They're very well designed, these characters from the High Elves. She'll be having Tempest, Arcane Conduit, Soul Quench, and of course Apotheosis. And Tempest, of course, going to be for Marathi and the girls, but they're not going to be here today. But we will be having the double Handmaiden. So yeah, double silver helms should be interesting. White armies from both sides. Let's have a look here. Yeah, pretty even on the dot. Good luck, have fun from both sides. Love to see that sportsmanship. Really good stuff. As we see, Squadron is coming forward. They will be having that 150 range with the bonus large anti-large armor piercing missiles. Should be interesting to see how they work here in this matchup. They should be able to tear apart. As you can see, Silver Helms will be dropping back. They don't want anything to do with that bonus large anti-large armor piercing missiles, so they're just going to be hopping away. Where are the High Elves going? So they're welcome at the beginning stage here. They're welcome to move and get into a position where they're happy to attack. But once they have engaged, then the attacking rules do apply. It is a shame we don't see that often, Biblington, but of course that is the point here. That is the point. You like to see this matchup as much as possible. There's a really good micro here coming out of Ice Power and the girls. Going to be moving back and forward here with the Scourge Runner Chariots. Some really good work. Getting a little bit caught up there, unfortunately. It might take a bit of a volley to the face. But just going to try and negate as much of that arrow fire as possible. There's some more damage coming in now. Soul Quench going down. Soul Quench, the Dreadlord's taking that absolutely to the face. No healing as well, so that is going to be pretty hard to take on the chin. But the Sorceress of Shadows is going to be in the pocket, going to be getting shot here, can't see it. They're in the front by the Handmaiden of the Everqueen. And these spears need to start moving forward now. Give your archers as much room between your front line and your back line as possible, and then start keeping your Silver Helms nice and close to protect here for as long as you can. Burning Head here in the back, going alongside the Lothran Seaguard. They are going to be having that negative weakness thanks to the Burning Head going off. But actually, you can see not too much damage value, but still a good amount. Spearmen are going to be going forward. They are going to intercept the Bleak Swords. Yeah, but we will have other units, so we are going to have some Silver Helms charging here into the flanks of the Bleak Swords, and some more White Lions. They're going to just be chomping apart the Dread Spears.
Be merciless!
Over in the pocket on the left-hand side, we are going to see some Scourge-Runner Chariots getting in and dirty up against the Lothran Seaguard. They do have the bonus large spears, so they sort of should do some good work back there. With the back on top of their horsebacks, we'll be seeing the Handmaidens of the Everqueen just trying to see the kites as much as they possibly can. We do actually have the Cold White Knights with some Dark Riders with shields in the back. They could do with getting involved a little bit more perhaps, but maybe he's leaving them in tactical reserve just to wait for things becoming a little bit more chaotic here in the mid-game. In the back now, we are going to the Scourge Runner Chariots. They are going to be just chomping apart, getting some good downhill charge bonus up against the archers, as they are going to be getting chased by spearmen on foot. At the battlefield, though, we can see the Dark Elf front line is going to be losing just about. But another Burning Head here in the back up against the Lothran Seaguard. Oh no, it's going to be a Pendulum, and that's how good Pendulum here is up against the High Elves. Really tightly packed elite units. Pendulum does some tremendous damage value. In the front, though, we will be seeing the Mage of High. She's going to be attacking up against the Dreadlord. She's going to be getting shot here due to the arrows from the double Handmaidens. As you can see, she does have a silver shield when facing the right way, will negate a lot of that missile resistance. However, as you can see, still going to be taking a chunk here otherwise. Dark Giants will be shooting in the pocket here up against some archers, but more arrows here on the high elf side should be able to take down some of these Dark Giants. There's also fire in the back, and I think here we're just going to be having some tactical reserves for the Cold White Knights. Balance of power relatively even. As you can see, the Knights over here on the right are going to be getting shot left, right, and centre. The White Knights of Chase will come back. They're extremely weak. I'm surprised these are on the battlefield. But it looks like it's going to be a downhill charge here from the Cold War Knights. Getting a nice big charge here up against the archers. Doing some good damage value. They also have fear as well, I believe. So they should be able to help push off those archers nice and quickly. As you can see here in the back, we are going to be seeing the Dreadlord with the sword and shield. She's going to be down to 500 HP. Is she going to be able to survive? I highly doubt it in this melee match. She's going to be trying her absolute best, but will be getting shot here by the Handmaiden Everqueens. And maybe a charge here as well. So should you get charged, we do have the Dread Spears in as well. She's going to be, yeah, so 389, not taking too much there to the face, but she will be running away. This is the perfect time to shoot her in the back if you can. Okay, so if we do look map wide here, the High Elves are struggling. It's going to be the Dark Elf favour as they are starting to pull apart these forces. Mass infantry on infantry. It looks like it is going to be favouring the it's going to be over the Dark Elves overall. Although the Dreadlord is relatively weak, she's 93 health. Not going to shatter though, but she has died, so that will be a negative faction. You see that leadership going down there massively, and on top of damage dealt, could really push some of these units to breaking for sure. I don't know if there's too much you can do here if you are the High Elves. As you can see, most of the units are going to be breaking throughout the entirety of this battle. You just have the double Handmaiden and the Archmage alive left. If they can snipe out the Sorceress of Shadows, that could be very helpful. But I'm not too sure that there's going to be enough here to do that. We do have some spears coming back online, and some archers here in the background, but they are going to be chasing after the spears. Those archers need to shoot into the spears to try and really help against the other units of archers, and they are going to be doing so. So some good work there. That archer fire should give even more negative to leadership. As you can see, -5 there, and the more damage sustained will push them further and further. But I think there it's just a little bit too late for Caradoc and the boys and girls. But 450 damage value is 600 for the Handmaiden Everqueens. 700 here for the Archmage of High. Really nice soul quench at the beginning to destroy the Dreadlord. But as we can see, Spearman not doing too much. 200, 300, and 100. Yeah, really not too much at all. 360 and 430 here for the White Lions. Really performing underneath there, unfortunately. I think some Rangers would have been quite nice in this matchup. But 670 for the Archers. 390, 530, and 560 here for the archers, 680 and 502 for the Lothran Sea Guard, with another 530. Silver Hounds 300 and 380. And if we go here with the Extreme Duck with Ice Power, you will be having 260, 240, and 700 for the Sorceress of Shadows. And the front line 100, 130, 250. Yeah, the front line really not doing too great. 365 damage value, 210, 460. So the front line pretty poor, but you see the Dark Shards just massively paying for themselves compared to the rest of the range. The 400, 300, 560, 1.3 here for the Scourge Runner Chariots, and 1.15. So really good stuff there for the Scourge Runners, and good stuff from the backline range. GG, so we'll be seeing Ice Power here in the final. Really good stuff. It's really funny actually, with all that mass range in the back line here from the that massive range in the back line for the High Elves still wasn't able to help. Hi Dodgy Jellyfish, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I think even with the massive backline range here for Caradoc, it wasn't quite enough to help the front line. The front line still struggled. I don't know why Caradoc love handmaidens in such style of builds. I don't know. What would you have taken? What would you have taken, Tank? How would you have differed that for all of the maybe some of the newer players here in the community? How would you have changed that army? What would you have done differently? So we do have Tank here, who's going to be ready to go up against Mr. Void Lols. So let's get him in. See, that's what I thought you'd do as well. Stupid Dark Elves in finals. I know, buddy. I know. For the Dowie, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard for the Dowie. I think for the Dowie, it's probably one of their top 3 worst matchups, which would be High Elves, Dark Elves, and probably Skaven. Yeah, without doubt, Skaven. I think they're probably their 3 worst matchups. No, they're not stupid. They're overpowered. Let's get this right. Let's get this right. Dark Elves aren't stupid. They're just overpowered. Yeah, I think Dark Elves against VC is pretty strong as well. Dead matchup for High Elves right now, I think. Oh, I think it's a hard one. I think it is a hard one. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. I think this is going to be a good game. I think depending on how the builds go here, I think the entire win for the Dowie here all depends on the build. There's only really a few ways you can play this as the VC, and it's pretty standard the way you play it. But I think you've got a few different utilities you can use here for the Dwarves. There's a few different ways you can do it, for sure. I think there's certain units or like unique units that people don't think about that you can definitely use in this matchup that are just not utilized, I think, enough. If you're lucky, you can use double Arcane Phoenix Caradoc. I think double Arcane Phoenix can work. We'll definitely beat the double Manticores, that's for sure. So whether you can beat the double Manticores and 50-50 if you don't cheese. Okay, that's pretty cool, Stormrunner. Stormrunner, another good Dark Elf player as well. So Tank knows exactly what he's bringing. Yeah, sorry, Tank. Unfortunately, there was 3 Dowie factions, 3 VC factions, and then also High Elves and Dark Elves that made it through to the finals today. Yeah, I don't know how to improve the Dark Elves, really. I don't think making them cheaper is better. I think you just need to add some sort of... I don't know. I don't know how you can make Dark Elves better and make them balanced. I'm not really too sure. I don't know Dark Elves enough. I don't know them enough. I'd just like to take Dread Knights as DE. I think, yeah, I think the Squadron Chariots were phenomenal in that matchup. I think they were very good. Oh man, missed so much. Got to go back and watch. Yeah, you missed some good games, buddy. You missed me. You missed me losing to the Dark Elves, and yeah, you missed me losing to the big, powerful Ice Power with the overpowered Dark Elves, and then you also just missed him beat Caradoc with the High Elves. Let's see what the VC Pro does against VC here. I think you have a bit of a different build here. I think. Could you do have the Red Duke? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know how I would play this, but then obviously I think Tank's a better player than I am, so he knows a lot here. Yeah, I think Squad Runners are really good in that matchup. Really good. I think Dark Elves have lots of good tools in their pocket. I think they just have all the matchups they were really good in. They all got like buffs and bonuses and all the good items and stuff that would help them deal with their weaknesses, such as Dark Elves. I think that was the problem with Dark Elves. What they were good at, other factions became better at. So. Right, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think a normal Vampire Lord here is good as well. I think it's good for sure. I think Red Duke is also... what else does he bring? Does he bring... I'm not sure what else he brings otherwise, item-wise. I don't know if he brings anything item-wise that's beneficial. Does he bring Elfsai? Elfsai he brings? I think that's pretty good. Up against like sniping Dowry Lords, etc. What's that? Negative physical resistance, negative melee defense, and negative speed. Just makes it basically Dowie unmovable. Alright, let's hop in here. So, looks like we're having 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of bats, plus we're going to be having the normal Vampire Lord. Okay, cool. So called it here from Legion. So normal Vampire Lord, but we'll be having the Undeath Resurgence, Charm Shield, Raise the Dead, Gaze of the Gash, Dance Macabre, Invocation of Nehek, Pestilence Undeath, and Curse of the Undeath. We'll be having the Necromancer here with his Rod, also having the Scroll of Shielding, Master of the Undeath, and his Vigorous Mortis. Let's see what else we got here. I think this is going to be a pretty similar build. Yeah, we've got Normal Corpse Cart, Graveguard Great Weapons with the ROR. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same build. Exactly the same build. Well, just a normal unit of criticals in the back, not the ROR. Okay, maybe a few extra items here on top of the Lord. Right, Void is ready. So we're going to have Quarrelers, Thunderers, all sorts of range in the front line here. So Miners with Blasting Charges, the Dragonback Slayers. We have a Rune Lord with the Rune Smith. Interesting stuff. They have stackable abilities, so it looks like we're going to have the slow, lots of slows here. Lots and lots of slows. So many guns with the Dwarf Warriors here in the back. We're also going to be having a cannon. I like the cannon. I like the cannon quite a lot. The cannon can shoot, especially here up against large targets like Necromancers, and take apart Graveguard over time. As you can see in the front here, we're going to have, let's have a look how many range units we've got. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units of guns. Cores, 1, 2, it just 2 units of quarrelers? I thought I saw more. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 3 units of quarrelers and 4 units of guns. So we've got 7 units overall. Is that correct? That looks to be correct. Dragonbacks on top of the cannon. And we're going to have the Rune Lord with the Rune Smith for those slows. So really, really nice stuff. I think if Void wants to play this correctly, he needs to play nice and slow, allow his infantry to come forward, and just keep the Vampire Lord out of reach. Do have blasting charges on the front line, going to be very good at just weathering out that trash that does come forward with those zombies, etc. And yeah, it should be interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 5 units of Thunderers, 5 units of Thunderers, and Quarrelers, 3 units, so 8 units of range, 8 units of range. Cool. Good stuff. Should be interesting. A nice, big, thick build here. Lots of onion here, lots of onion. Should be interesting. Boy gets to fight a fun build. You can tell when Void is playing because, yeah, the loading time, yeah. I think that's what you're talking about. None of which is important for a build here. This is pretty good. This could work really, really well, or it could be very poor. The only issue here, of course, is you can see the terrain. The terrain's going to be a little bit of a problem with the mass Thunderers. Might have been a little bit nicer to set up over here, but whether he could have done that or not, I don't know. But as you see, the Dragon Vampire Lord is going to be diving straight for the trees, and I'm sure that's where he's going to stay. And the only problem here is you can see the Quarrelers and Co are going to be a little bit out of range, but you do have the Runesmith. He can cause that slow, and then allow these little Dowie folk to run away. They do have a 28 speed for the Quarrelers. He's not going to have to block from ranges. They will have a lot more armor here, so doubles their armor. Apologies. But it doubles their armor, but obviously makes them a little bit slower. They gain that extra +5 speed, which doesn't sound like much, but it really actually makes the difference. Really makes the difference. But it's just going to make them a little bit tanky here up against the zombies and Co. And the dwarves here are just going to have to rotate. Certain units taking some damage over time. The cannon is going to be shooting. Most of the cannon's just going to be shooting into zombies. And you know what? That doesn't seem like a sensible target, but actually just taking out some of the chaff is pretty sensible. Like, you just want to remove chaff over time. The Kriegels on the right, they don't have Stalk, so they won't be able to sneak around the backside. Apologies, I don't know why I'm super tired. But, yeah, in the pocket, looks like you're going to have Rune Lord on one side and you're going to have the Runesmith on the other. Cannons are going to be shooting, or what are they going to be shooting at, is the question. Looks like the target was the Graveguard Great Weapons. All 3 cannons there missing. It's a bit of a shame. As you see, we have some Thunderers on the front line. The Thunderers should be able to do some good damage value here. Volleys going straight here into the zombies. Not too much damage value. They did soak up quite a bit of that. As you can see, taking it nice and slow, the units will be coming forward. This is the smart way to play this. And the reason why it's the smart way is because you need to have your front line engaged so you don't have too much focus here on the Vampire Lord. But zombies will be coming through. They're down to half health, and they do have 1 leadership. Blasting charges, which is 1 set of blasting charges there will finish that off. As you can see, about it on. Oh, look at this. Blasting charges on the front line, absolutely melting these zombies. Only losing 1 model, but a second unit of blasting charges coming through. Gives some very good damage value. But actually, the problem is blasting charges, they're all over the place now, these zombies. They are taking damage, but not too much. 56 models down there, but let's go over here to the left side. This is where it's important. The Scholar's Shielding will be going down for that damage resistance, and guns will be shooting up against the Fellbats. As you can see, Charm Shield going down, Scholar's Shielding as well, so getting 44% damage resistance, which is perfect, and a zombie summon here in the pocket. You can have Fellbats going down, zombie summons as well as the Vargolf coming through. I missed the Vargolf, I don't know how I missed that. But yeah, Fellbats over here on the right hand side as well. Now, certain units are going to be in the front, so we do have, of course, the Wolf Warriors. They should be able to hold for some good time, for sure. But here we have the Dragonback Slayers coming in, and the cannons are going to be ready. Cannons are going to be shooting and getting some damage value here in the front line. Is it targeting the Necromancer? I think they might have been targeting the Necromancer. Now you have some good AP for the Miners of Boston Challenge with those picks. They do have some good armor piercing value, but Graveguard should be able to jump through those quite nicely. Forbats in the back, they are going to be popping on. Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down there on top of those, and should we get some volleys from the quarries there in the back. Thunderers are going to be peppering apart these boys, doing some good damage value. Stronger and faster enemies nearby, flanks exposed, all that good stuff. Negative leadership, left, right, and centre. But you can see dwarfs, Thunderers are going to be breaking due to that fear, etc. And there's, although you've got a mass line of range here, there's really not too much that can be shooting on the Vampire Lord. You've got Fellbats everywhere, you've got summons, all sorts of painful entities. As you can see, very good targeting. The Vampire Lord could have probably gone after the Rune Lord here. But he's not going to be going after that. Thunderers can turn and burn if they need be, but it looks like they are going to be doing that now. They're going to be getting their boys ready to shoot straight into the Vampire Lord. And notice that a lot of them are going to be under attack. They can't shoot and be under attack at the same time.
Our clans will shoot
Nope, there you
us.
go. So the guns are going to come out. Where's the damage value going to come from? Oh, they're going to be running. So it's like they have been terrified, but they should come back. Guns and the quarry is going to be shooting in the sky. Lots of damage value here going on top of the Vampire Lord. And in the front here, we have all sorts of Graveguard trying to take down the Thunderers. Over here, we do see some Criticals in the back. The Criticals, I'm sure, will be trying to come back and do some damage value. But what happened to that cannon? It looks like the cannon crew did go down. Don't see what happened to it here. But looks like the cannon crew good to go down. In the pocket, we'll be seeing the Rune Lord coming through for trying to help with that extra leadership here. Nice and close by. As we can see, Invocation of the Hex, Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down to really try and help slow them down. Allow the Thunderers and Co to get through with some good volleys. Unfortunately here, I think it's going to start to go slightly downhill for the Dwarfs now, as they have nothing to stop this front line. Very good stuff from Void. He kept his Vampire Lord alive as long as possible, and that's exactly what you needed to do. And you can see the Criticals are going to be just going down here slightly. They will be fighting up against the Thunderers. I have lots of armor, not much armor piercing here for most of these units. But as you can see, we have the very fast Vargo in the back. Runesmith is going to be coming to try and help out. Right here in the pocket, we will be having a Skeleton Warrior summon. And Charm Shield will be going down to give that protection. He's probably under fire at the moment. That was a little bit of a miscast there, I think. But Thunderers are going to be in the back. And they're going to get hot pointed. They haven't been microed, unfortunately. But guns will be trying to help in the front line. We have so many healthy units of Sternsman, Graveguard. You have the Necromancer online, as well as the other Corpse Carts. You have Graveguard pushing off Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, it's looking a little bit bleak here for the Dwarves. You have some units over here on the right that are doing pretty well. You need to get these guys back into the mixture as quickly as possible. Yeah, a little bit of a late one there, but as you can see, going to be healing with the Vampire Lord. And yeah, I think unfortunately here the Rune Lord is going to be getting encased here with this big hammer. Unfortunately, he will be getting big slam there on the Graveguard. But as you can see, lots of AP coming from these boys should be able to take apart the Rune Lord pretty quickly. But some guns will be helping out to try and help destroy them as well. You can take out the Graveguard infantry. You can do pretty well, I think. Dragonbite Slayers are going to need to get involved now and do some work. Vampire Lord is now looking pretty healthy. I don't know what sort of healing we're talking about for him, unfortunately. He's going to be having 1.9k health left. So lots of healing left for him. He's really pulling against the Dwarfs now. Unfortunately, you're going to have some Thunderers going. You do have some Quarries in the pocket, but they will be fighting up against zombies. Thunderers in the back will be fighting up against zombies as well. The Criticals, which are negative 32 leadership, 34 now. They're going to be crumbling in the background. We do have some Quarries firing into the pockets, but they're not really going to be able to help the Dragonbacks too much. There's more Quarries on the trees, see if we can get those back involved as well. But as we can see here, it's a little bit of an overall. I think it's going to be too difficult here. It's going to be a little bit just too difficult. Thunderers are getting some good damage value here as the Vampire Lord, though. They are getting some gunfire in. Not as much as you'd like, but they're going to come through and be able to chase off the Thunderers here. And the Vargolf's going to come in from behind and do a big hit. I think if you have the Rune Lord, if you're able to slow down the Vargolf here, this is the perfect opportunity. You have some Quarrelers unbound, but I don't think he has anything. I don't think he does, and unfortunately I think these Quarrelers are going to go down as well. That's going to be a... your Warriors are rallying, so it looks like we do actually have the Thunderers coming back online. So you can see the healing cap here for the Vampire Lord. And yeah, you still have a tight knit of Dowie. You still have a tight knit for sure. How you doing, Ducky? How you doing, big boy? How's your day going, buddy? As you can see, we have some Quarrels in the middle pocket. Fighting up against the Sternsmen. These Sternsmen are very healthy. That's very scary. In the back here, we do have the Vargolf just going to be coming in and terrifying the Thunderers. And he'll be fast enough just to chase them off, unfortunately. But in the pocket, we still have lots of damage here. We have some Quarrels fighting up against zombies. And we have some Dwarf Warriors and some Miners doing some good work. Thunderers were shooting, but they do have a summon unit of zombies in the back in the backside, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. And the -8 there up against the Miners will be pretty handy as well. Vargolf's going to come in for the big slap as well. He's going to come in for the big punches. And this big meaty boy is going to do some good damage value. Look at that, just punching Thunderers left, right, and centre. I just don't think there's anything left. We have two very healthy units of Graveguard. We have a very healthy Lord, as well as a healthy Vargolf. I just don't think there is anything. They do have Dwarf Warriors. They're pretty healthy Dwarf Warriors. I just don't think it's enough. You needed the Thunderers here, I think. I think you needed the Thunderers. But this was a valiant effort from Tank for sure. But you can see that Vampire Lord, Death Insurgence as well. He's up to 4.4 now. He was down to 3,000 health, and he's just healed himself way up. And the more he heals, Runefrat from Ruin here going down to the Vargolf as well. Might be able to get some volleys from the Thunderers as well. So might be able to get some volleys here into him. We do have the Dragonback Stairs. All the Dragonback Stairs are in. Now this could be a bit of a change. The Dragonback Stairs are coming in, and that Vargolf is down to 8 speed. So he's going to be getting lots of chompy going down here. Not much armor for them. And the Dragonback should be able to do some good damage value. If they do hit, he does have 42 melee defense, but if they do hit, should be able to get some good damage value. He's on a 52 speed. That means he will be able to get away, but he is going to be wavering. As you can see, that healing camp will be coming in now, but the Thunderers will be going on the sides. Quarrels are holding on just about. In the pocket, if we do get rid of the Necromancer, that could be quite a good one as well. Taking him out could be, there's some good targets going down here for Tank. The Dragonback Stairs do get a hit here on the Vargolf, could be quite tasty. He is 52 speed, but he is going to be getting away just. These Stairs need to come over here and help their Quarrels now. They are going to break, and there's good stuff from Void. He's just going to be manoeuvring around the map, breaking Thunderers, breaking Quarrels, left, right, and centre, using that terror, using those attacks to get in and do some good damage value. The Quarrels will be going down, the Slayers will be coming in with the Rune Lord, but the Vargolf should just be able to push off the Thunderers here. On the left, it looks like we are going to be losing, but I think it doesn't matter here. I think the Dwarf player has to pull out. And what plays the Tank? This was a really, really cool, fun build, and something I haven't really seen before, so it was really, really interesting. Hello everybody, and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Nice to see a lot of you jumping in. Big Quack, how we doing, Blackthorn? How we doing, Rubber Duck of War? Drop those likes or a giant duck will bathe in your blood. I appreciate that, buddy. If you guys do want to drop a like, it really does help the video, so I'd really appreciate that. I really would. So let's drop in here with Void, so 179 kills, 1.8k damage value for the Vampire Lord. Some really, really good micro there from him. Yeah, GG well played to both, for sure, for sure. Really nice builds. Really, really nice builds. 300 damage value for the Critical, 1067 from the Graveguard, 698 for the Graveguard Great Weapons, 280, 520 and 810 from the Sternsman. Lots of fell bats to shut down all that backline range. Some really good work, and 850 for the Vargolf. And you can see for the Runesmith, 300 damage value and 500 here for the Runesmith. Good stuff from him. Really, really good stuff. 250, 400 and 220. Dwarf Warriors here struggling. Unfortunately not having that immune to psychology, but getting 200, 300 there or thereabouts. And 148 for 625 kills for the Dragonback Slayers. Quarrels 300, 570, 320. As for the Thunderers, we had 320, 380, 1,250, 800, 475, and 830 from the cannon. So good stuff all round, good stuff nonetheless. Really, really cool stuff. So Void left, but he's in the final. So I'm not sure where he has gone. And we are going to be having Dark Elves up against VC. So it should be a pretty interesting fight. Very, very interesting. We have the Dark Elf main up against the Vampire Count main. Should be really cool. Great Weapon Dwarf Warriors have lower melee defense. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They have a lot lower. They have a lot lower melee defense. I believe. Is it 40 melee defense the non-great weapons have? How you doing, Sherfarazm? How you doing, buddy? It's been a while since I've seen you here. How's it going? I believe they have 40 melee defense. I think it's 32 for the great weapon variety. I believe. Yeah, I think the copter build would have done okay. I think if you brought the copter build here with the double slows, that could have been really nice. It would have been really, really nice. Did I invite you, Tank? Did I invite you? I thought I invited Void. Oh, my bad if I invited you. Sorry, buddy. No, it was a really nice try. I liked it. As a reward for winning, he's getting Dark Elves. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But I hope you've all enjoyed it today. I hope you've enjoyed the faction, the sub-faction tournament so far. I hope you really have. So we are going to be getting VC in the final, which is pretty cool. I think people are a bit worried about Vampire Counts not doing so well. But they've done very well in all of these tournaments. They've done very, very well. So they're coming through up against Ice Power. Dwarfs have done very well today as well. 3 Dwarfs in the quarterfinals. 3 Vampire Counts in the quarterfinals as well as a High Elf and a Dark Elf. I got pretty slapped hard there against Ice Power. He done some good dirty work against me. And then beating Carolot to get into the final up against Void. And Tank beating Venge with his... Void beating Venge with Karak Kadrin. And Tank beating Nikhebit with Von Karstein. To have both of them here fight in the final, so should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I've not played with Wide Dowry for too long in this matchup. It's a tough matchup, this one. How you doing, Hank? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. You need to move faster for this to work. You need to have a nice type build that can move fast and that has slayers left, right, and center. You know, you need to keep the VC player honest. You need to keep them moving. They can't be sitting around for too long. You have to have units close enough that can aid each other in most of those fights. The reason I don't like Dwarf Warriors in this matchup is because they don't have that immune to psychology. I think if you're going to spend 450, 500, you might as well just go a few less units and grab Longbeards. They have more melee defense, they're going to hold longer, and actually they do pretty good against Graveguard, so it's pretty good. I'll go back and watch your matches later. Alright, yeah, cool, buddy. Yeah, go ahead. It's not a very good one, unfortunately. It's not very good. I didn't play very well. But I actually have a game here. So I played up against Flex Prime, and I beat him with Karak Kadrin up against the Von Karsteins. And then I played against Suave, and I beat him with he had the Crooked Moon, so it was me up against Suave there, so for the Greenskins. And obviously I played up against Dark Elves, so I didn't particularly have a good day of it. I didn't have a good day, but I made the best I could. I didn't play so well there in that quarterfinal. I didn't play so well. Thanks, Nehekabit. I think that was the idea. That a lot of people don't go too sort of meta, you know. People just bring in some nice, fun builds, having a good time. And I think that's the point of these. That's the point of these tournaments, you know, to bring back the fun in multiplayer, where you don't have to go full sweat every single time. Praise the Horned Rat. Well, you can praise the Dowie Lords because the Dowie prevented any greenskins from getting to this final. And Brett, which is strange for me. Yeah, there's no Brett. There's no real S tier factions. There's only one today, and it was Crooked Moon, and it was a nice build here from Suave. Maybe I'll cast it. Maybe I'll cast that one. It was a fun game. It was a fun game for sure. Suave, of course, not a no lacking in ability there in that department either. Also, I don't know if you're okay, buddy. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do. Also, Parkerilla, double check your Discord. I sent you a message, by the way, if you didn't know. I sent you a message, so reply to that whenever you've got time. Whenever you get a chance. No rush. No, the map. Apologies. Thank you, Biblington, for reminding me. The map is going to be Troll Country. Oh, going the wrong way. Tell I can't do my alphabet. Troll Country. Pretty fun one. I like Troll Country. I like Troll Country a lot. I'll go TK. Yeah, TK's a fun one. TK's a fun one, Carolock. And also, for anybody that is playing, make sure when you come, bring a faction, bring something fun, bring something you've never brought before, and just try and learn it. I've got it, thanks. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem, Barcarilla. No problem. You just check that out, and you let me know. You let me know. You know, bring a faction you've never played before. You know, I like bringing my Dowie because it's sort of like, it's one of the, I don't want to bring Greenskins. Greenskins is like my competitive faction. It's the one I bring if I want to go like a little bit more try-hard. But I like my Dowie. I like my Dowie. I love playing the Dwarfs. I mean, I think next time I'm going to bring something different. I might leave it up to a vote and see what you guys want to see me bring. Or maybe I'll just bring a faction that I know really nothing about. You know, there are some factions like, I don't really play Bretonnia. I don't really play Dark Elves, to be fair. You know, considering how powerful Dark Elves are, you know, they have, you know, they're just extremely powerful. I mean, if you ask Ice Power, he'll go in full detail about how powerful they really, truly are. So, yeah. By the way, so for those that don't know, I'm actually joking. Dark Elves could do with a bit of help, to be fair, but they are a pretty strong faction. They have some good matchups, but the ones that they were excellent in, obviously, those factions they were good against got buffed massively. So actually nerfing Dark Elves in that process. It is completely new faction for me. Yeah. There was no Wood Elves today either. No Wood Elves. Oh, there was one Wood Elf faction. There was one Wood Elf faction. Troll Country is an interesting map. However, I know a fair few find it controversial since it can be hard to deploy without rule breaks. I'll be keeping an eye on that. I've got the rules next to me, so we'll do that. We had one elf. Yeah, I checked that there, Ice Power. I got that on board. I'll be keeping that in mind. All right, looks like we're ready. Let's have a look. I am too old to micro wide build. Fair enough, Take. Fair enough. I'd say the same. Too old. That's why I don't use anything faster than the Dwarfs. I'm just too old. Too old. Yes, I think we had one Wood Elf. Let's have a look. I think we had one Norska. Let's go through all this. So we had TK, Greenskins. We had VC. We had Dwarfs. We had Empire with the Hunts Marshal. We had Lizardmen with 2 tic-tac-toe players. We had Eshin in round 1 up against the High Elves. We also had the Winter 2, so we had some Norskans. We had the Drowned, which means we had some VP. Followers of Nagash for TK. We had the Wargrove of Woe, which means we had some Wood Elves. We had some Avalon, which means, of course, we had High Elves again. Archaon as well from Catan. So we got some nice Chaos play in there. What else did we come in with? We had some Nagaryths and some more High Elves. We had some Thousand more, so we had some Dark Elves there. Clan Pestilence. Some more Hunts Marshals. We had a couple of Hunts Marshals today. Biblington, Potato Sauce. And yeah, some more VC. So we had quite a few different factions that you don't often see too much, which is quite nice. I feel like college-age guys are the young'uns in this game. I sent you something in Discord for a possible cast. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just responded to you there, Caradoc. Oh, looks like they're both ready. Apologies, let's get into this. Clan Pestilence was not playing. Yeah, I think there was. I think we had one. Yeah, we had Chronic Clan Pestilence. He was playing up against Pacta in round 1. All right, so let's hop into this. I thought about bringing VP, but there are a lot of dwarf players in your tournament. Yeah, I think in my tournaments you can always guarantee there's going to be a dwarf player here or there. And even then, I think, you know, I mean, Void is an exceptional player. Don't get me wrong, but he's shown as VP you can win these matchups. You can win the matchups up against dwarfs. The ones that are noobs, maybe. I will stay with my counts. Yeah. So what didn't we see today? So we didn't see any Bretonia. Trying to think what else we didn't see. I think we saw the majority of things today. Yes, I think we saw the majority of factions, which is nice. And one thing I don't see too much anymore is Skaven. Yeah, Skaven got a bit of a nerf, and they're somewhere between S tier and A tier still, for my opinion. I think they're still very, very strong faction. You know, I think you've got some very strong factions out there that you know, people can get put off them if they have a little bit too much of a nerf. We saw a lot of Empire. We had lots of Hunts Marshals. We had at least 3 or 4 Hunts Marshals today, which is the most I've seen. And nobody's come through with the Balthazar Gelt. I might play a Gelt themed army. I might play Gelt next week. Maybe. Let's see if we get a Gelt in. Norska, we did see a Winter Tooth. What else? Trying to think what else we didn't have today. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so we're going to come through here. Let's have a little look. So, we are going to have the Claw of Nagash. Look at this beautiful thing. So, we are going to have the Mortis Engine, which will be having the Binding, as well as its Tome and the Corruption. So, lots of good stuff, including the Chilling Aura. But it just looks so gorgeous, this thing. It just looks incredible. We'll be having some Blood Knights alongside the ROR. So we'll be having the ROR skeletons today with that nice poison and actually some good armor with the bronze shield. These guys are pretty decent for sure. We're going to be having the Tithe here in their red, and also the rest of them are going to be yellow there as it's part of the Moslems faction. We'll be having the White King in the middle with Scab Scraith, and we're having lots of great weapons in the back with a Necromancer. So Necromancer here, let's have a little look. Necromancer will be having the Vigorous Mortis, Master of the Undeath, Scottish Shielding, and the Forbidden Rod. We'll also be having, is that a second unit of Blood Knights? No, just 1 unit of Blood Knights. And in the sky, we will be having the Red Duke on top of the Hellsteed. Be nice and fast here with 105 speed. We'll be having El Scythe, as well as Potion of Strength, Foe Seeker, Raise Dead, Gaze of Nagash, Dance Macabre, and also Invocation of Nehek. Yeah, good stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Now, the man, the myth, the overpowered legend, we will be having the Black Hawk Corsairs. Look at these guys in their purple. They actually look so sick. Some really cool stuff there. In the front line, we'll also be having the Dread Spears. And we'll also be having some more Black Hawk Corsairs with that armor. The Black Hawk Corsair Hambos as well. Heavily on the armor. Black Guard of Nagaron to either side. The Sisters of Singing Doom. So the nice ROR naked ladies here. They will be having, of course, that Frenzy with the Murderous Mastery with that 20% physical resistance Terror, and of course the Madness of Cain, the bonus to infantry, and all the other good stuff, making them very exceptional in this matchup. We have the Shanesh Harvesters, the Doom Fire Warlocks, we'll be having the poison and the magic damage. We'll be having Soul Stealer as well as Word of Pain and the 40% physical resistance. Hi Courtney, how you doing? We are in the final at the moment, so we're just coming into the final. We have a double Catholite Assassin, which has the 800 missile strength here with that poison. These guys not only look cool, but they have some massive application. Only 70 range, but they have a massive 70 melee attack with that poison. They also have Assassin's Trophy, the Web of Shadows, and the Murderous Mastery. They do have that good stalk from both sides. Oh, only one going to come in with the assassin trait here. But in the sky, we will be having Marathi. So let's see what Marathi's got today. Marathi is going to be having her wand, as well as Soul Stealer, and the Heart Render, and the Dark Sword. Enchanting Beauty for that negative melee attack. So we're having negative 18 melee attack here from her. So brilliant, brilliant stuff. Greater Arcane Conduit and Leaf Lighting with that good Encourage, Magical, and Missile Resistance. Good stuff. This is a nice build here to play up against the VC. These Placon and Nagon are going to be very good here at taking apart the Claw of Nagash. Now, many people think over here that this thing is actually ethereal, but it's actually not ethereal. It'll actually be taken out by physical resistance. It actually has magic resistance. So we'll be having that 25% magic resistance, but it will have a weakness to fire. That's always something to take into consideration. And see, we do have a summon of zombies there. Let's have a look. Just double check. So he is going to move forward with the zombies. That's absolutely fine. And it looks like here we are going to be... Oh, Overcast is doing that damage, but we are going to have... Oh my god, that's a lot of damage value on the assassin. So some good work there from that Gaze of Nagash. And we will be having a nice spell there of the Scab Scrape coming through, do some damage value in his pocket. Didn't really hit too much. I would have preferred to see here up against the Sisters of Slaughter, but nonetheless, damage value anyway. That Gaze has done some good damage value here against the Catapult Assassin. Some good work. There certainly needs to be shooting here up against in the sky. So it looks like he did pop away. Now Red Duke will struggle with Marathi in the sky with the double Catholites in the back. So it just needs to be careful there. So looks like Marathi is going to be swooping down, getting some good damage value here on the zombies. We will be having the Black Hawk Corsairs. But they've got enough infantry, anti-infantry just to carve apart these zombies like they weren't even there. Once the zombies do go though, it's going to get a little bit dicey here. As they're very good. Oh my god, another one going down here on top of the Catapult Assassin. As we can see. Oh man, I got lucky, no air squad. Oh, okay. Good luck, have fun from Void, as he will be in the final. And those zombies will be going down. And the thing is, if you're going to fight apart these zombies, you can also rest. These guys will be able to rest. They will be frightened by near enemy units. I think it's a little bit powerful that a unit that only costs 100 has fear. But yep, we're coming through that negative. Yeah, so negative 8 there from the fear, as you can see. So that's it's pretty handy there on top of cheap zombies. It makes them actually super powerful. Lucky often misses single entities. I actually cast a game the other day where it was used up against Norska and pretty much one shot Frostworm. It pretty much like it half hits off Frostworm, and Overcasted one just absolutely destroys it. So just telling you that the vampire counts have to progress. I'm okay with zombies fighting in the front line, but he has no more zombies there, so he has to progress with his army. Otherwise, he will be breaking attacking rules. Just making sure that he has to progress. So as you say that, just making sure that it is happening. In theory, both sides have to progress, but he is shooting using the Catapult Assassin, so he is being aggressive over here on this left side, where they both have to be aggressive. They both have to be aggressive, and not too much aggression here either, so... Okay, so nice Scab Scrape there in the pocket up against these Sisters of Singing Doom. That's exactly right, I imagined to see it before. Yeah, he was, buddy. He was Legion. That's why I said when that one army went, when that one unit went down, I just said he had to send some forward. That was all. It's nothing too much. Don't get too concerned. So he did send some units forward, but Dark Elves also have to progress as well. Dark Elves also have to progress. They're not going to get away with not progressing. So balance of power here is going to be out of the favour of the Dark Elves. Some good damage value going down here from the VC. Going to be a little bit of healing in the back there by the looks for the Red Duke. As you can see, the Forbidden Ward going down in the background. And some shots trying to come down on the White King. There's not too many have connected yet. I looks like he's missing quite a bit actually. The accuracy of that assassin's a little bit poor there. But well, that's on flat ground as well, so he should be able to hit relatively comfortably. But he was missing quite a bit. So flying in here for the attack, we do see Marathi getting some good damage value. So as you can see here in the back, we will be having the Red Duke just reposition himself. When we try and see if we get another gaze here on top of the assassin, see if we get some good damage value there. So now, as you can see, the Dark Elves are now not attacking either. But now, as you can see, he is going to be progressing, so that's fine. You can reposition. So he is repositioning, and repositioning is fine, but once you've had that engagement, you also need to progress. You need to have a progression towards an attacking route. You can't just sit in a defensive formation in the middle of the pocket. He has the ability to chase, therefore he has to reposition as well. So there's a little bit defensive here, and there's not any attacking going on. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it and see what happens. I'm not just going to end it. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be engaging now. So looks like the Claw and the Gash is going to come around the back. When this thing gets in, it's going to be pretty good stuff. I'm really excited to see what this is going to do. I think it's going to do some naughty things. Another gaze going down here on top of the Cathalite Assassin, doing some really good work. He's going to break down in the pocket, and he's not a happy boy. He's not a happy for sure. We have Soul Stealer here for the Shainesh Harvesters as well as also Marathi, so lots of Soul Stealers to go down. Definitely do some good damage value. We have the ROR, the Stalkers here in the middle, getting that good poison. He's going to do some good stuff. Another Scab Trace coming down the pocket, and as you can see, Soulless Stealer will be going down on top of the Graveguard for that good damage value. As you can see, Necromancer in the pocket now going to be coming through with the Vigorous Mortis to help out there, give the increased melee attack and melee defense. And here we see, in the back, we are going to have the Claw of the Gash. And what's going to go down here? Looks like it's going to be some sort of attack. What's she coming in with? That's the question. Or the Doom Bolts. Doom Bolt does some okay damage, but obviously having that 25% magic resistance will help against the Claw of the Gash. As you can see, on the backside, the Blackguard and Aggron are going to be chasing the Claw of the Gash. So some good work there. Very expensive model. This thing just going down. Blood Knights are going to come in. So the Blood Knights are going to be coming in to help, and they are going to get the fat charge on the Slaanesh Harvesters. They have the bonusless large, anti-large, and they have some very, very good abilities. Blood Knights are going to get that hit, they're going to go away, and has baited in a Soul Stealer, going to get some good damage value here on both entities. We're in the pocket here, losing very comfortably in the middle. We have Graveguard Great Weapons doing some great work in the middle here, doing some good damage value. We have lost some Dread Spears as well as some Black Ark Corsairs over here on the left, but the middle pocket from the VC is doing some good work for sure. As you can see, we do have the Shainesh Harvesters pushing through, chasing off against the Blood Knights. And yeah, the Blood Knights are going to be struggling here just a little bit. They do have the poison in from the Shainesh Harvesters, but they are certainly going to be coming after this Claw and Gash. Claw and Gash here could do some, if you can manage to snipe this unit out, could be some quite nice work. But as you can see, having the double Blackguard and Aggron and leaving that pocket, that elite unit, both of these leaving that pocket, meaning that pocket is going to really break nice and easy here up against the Graveguard Great Weapons. As you can see, chasing here, the Black Ark Corsair Hambos are going to be chasing and shooting at the same time. They do have that fire whilst moving, that nice 360-degree shooting. As you can see in the background, we do have the White King that will be chasing. That White King will be coming through for the Black Ark Corsair booty. You can see that Claw and Gash will be really struggling here. He's taking quite the hit. That's going to really put balance of power back into the shape. As you can see, we do have the Red Duke in the pocket. He is going to be fighting up against the Shainesh Harvesters as well. I think Corsairs. 9.5 health, so a good charge here from Marathi. Soul Stealer going down again. Some even more Soul Stealers going down, doing some good damage value here onto the Red Duke and Co. Lots of good Soul Stealers going down. Really good for that healing as well. Looks like we do have a terrified unit of Slash Harvesters, and Marathi is going to be chasing after the Red Duke. That's some really good chasing here. She's going to be on top of her Dark Pegasus and should be able to get some good damage value. But as you can see, she's going to be caught by the ROR Stalkers that do have poison. So they are going to poison her, slow her down, and just allow the Red Duke to get away. Scroll of Shielding going down on him, but the Black Guard and Nagrand are left in the pocket. As you can see, the Black Corsairs have been caught up by the Blood Knights and also the Graveguard Great Weapons. But where is the rest? We do have the Claw of the Gash in the pocket. And it looks like he's going to be charging straight into the bonus first large Black Guard and Nagrand. That's some interesting stuff. That's going to make him go down relatively quickly. That's a bit of a push there, to say the least, from Void. I think that's a bit of an interesting play. Maybe it's to hold up so you can heal up the rest of his entities, but as you can see here, I don't know what you have left to take out the White King. The White King's going to do some good work for sure. You also have some zombies with the Graveguard Great Weapon here fighting against the Black Guard and Nagrand. We do have the Graveguard Great Weapons. They are perfect here at dealing with such entities as Black Guard and Nagrand. They are elite, but they will struggle for sure. So down here we are going to see some Slanesh Harvesters fighting alongside the Black Heart Corsairs. We do want to see some words of
This is madness!
I've forgotten the spell, but we do want to see the word spell going down here for the negative 40 melee attack. That could be very good here if you're able to pop that. So 131 speed here with Foe Seeker for the Duke. And Marathi going to come in. This is another Soul Stealer. Soul Stealers left, right, and centre here. Another Soul Stealer. Fantastic work here from the Dark Elf player, doing some really good work. Ice Power is showing just how powerful he really can be with these Dark Elves. Really good stuff. Good charge from the Slanesh Harvesters, doing some good damage value up against the Graveguard Great Weapons. And yeah, some really good stuff in this pocket. Marathi's going to be doing some good work as well. She'll be having all the good stuff. Negative on the melee attacks and stuff. Only 6 melee attack here. And only 9 melee attacks for the Graveguard. Really going to help out against the Black Guard and Nagrand. That's exactly why Marathi must stay nice and close by. Just to really help out these entities when they are fighting. What's going down here? Word of Pain on top of the Graveguard with Great Weapons. I like that a lot. That is the usefulness of having the Slanesh Harvesters. They are going to be getting chased by the Blood Knights, but they have a massive 92 speed against the 70 here of the Blood Knights. We do have the Black Heart Corsair Hambos in the back. And it's not out of ammunition by the looks. So they're going to have to go into melee combat. They're going to be charging into the back. And hopefully get some good carving here into the Graveguard Great Weapons. 0 melee attack for them, meaning these nice Corsairs are going to do some good work. That fear, though, is going to take a toll after a while. Looks like they have shattered, and yeah. The Graveguard are going to be struggling in this pocket. We have lost a unit of Blackguard and Nagrand, but when they do fight here in this pocket, it is going to get a bit difficult. Blackguard are going to be pushing through, and this is where it all comes down to. As you can see in the sky, Red Duke is going to be down to 540 health. We do need some healing down in this pocket, though, as you can see. If we can take out the Necromancer, that could be really important here. That could be so important. He is just about going to be healing here, the Graveguard Great Weapons, but looks like they're going to go down due to just having low leadership. Blackguard and Nagrand are just going to be chomping apart the Necromancer in just a moment. And this is another Soul Stealer going down. Just so many Soul Stealers. It looks like you are going to be losing the White King. The White King is going to have no leadership, no health, and he will be going down, which will force the Red Duke to have to come in here. But as you can see, we do have some entities on the side here. So we have some Blood Knights chasing off the Slanesh Harvesters. We do have some Graveguard Great Weapons and some Blackout Corsairs over here on the left. Only 540 health left here for him. The Graveguards are going to have to be fighting. That negative here from Marathi for the negative 18 melee attack is so beneficial and something that I just didn't even take into consideration here. And it's really important, I must say. These guys are going to have to engage now. So you can see we do have an entity attacking over here, I believe. They have to attack. Now they have enough here to deal with the Blood Knights. They have lots of bonuses, large and armor piercing, and you have all the negative stats from Marathi. So as long as both sides have an attacking animation, I don't mind. This is going to be a really close matchup. Now I consider this another mobility phase, as long as you're able, like both sides are going to be coming together towards each other. So it looks like here the Graveguard are on the attack. And that's absolutely fine. As long as they have an attack animation, as you can see, they're getting pulled around, which means they are attacking. There is, they have the intention to attack, which is fine by me. So it looks like they are going to go towards the Graveguard, and I can understand why Void is trying to do this. He's trying to get the rear charge with the Blood Knights. He's trying to get the rear charge with the Blood Knights, but Marathi is very healthy. So you have lots of entities here. So the Graveguard were on the attack animation, which is why I'm absolutely happy with that. Now these guys need to bunch together and help take out the Graveguard. If they take out the Graveguard, one of these two has to stay in sustained combat. So firstly, we'll go down. The Red Duke is going to come in. As you can see, the Blackguard and Aragorn are going to be fighting here up against the Blood Knights. Now Marathi must come in and help against the Blood Knights. As you can see, the Graveguard are going to be helping. If they lose the Blackguard and Aragorn, this could be really, really scary. Balance of power here is as close as even as it's going to get, considering. And Marathi has to fight now. Marathi has to fight. They've broken. She has to fight. This is where it gets a bit scary, because you can just continue to get the Blood Knight charge here. Blood Knights don't have too much melee attack though, so they're going to be under 23 melee attack. They're not going to hit too much. And yeah, Soul Stealer will be going down, so good Soul Stealer here. Soul Stealer is going to be very good on top of the Blood Knights. She's going to get some good damage value and some healing for her, I'm sure. So lots of needed healing here. Blood Knights will be going down. Yeah, so, and that's also going to really reduce their maximum output as well. That is going to put them into a massive negative on the leadership, and that is going to be balance of power. Fantastic end to that game. What a brilliant, brilliant stuff. Fantastic stuff. Really, really good stuff. That was super close. Super close. What a finish. What an absolute finish. Let's jump into this. Well played to Void, coming second here today. Brilliant stuff for him. 1,879 damage value for the Duke. And 1.4 from the White King. Some brilliant scab scrapes in there. Some really, really, really good stuff. And yeah, 135 damage value for the Skellies. And 280 for the Stalkers. 89 for 1.25, 1,100 here for the second unit of Graveyard, 106 and 109 for 840, 63 for 1,000 damage value, and 92 for 1,781 from the Blood Knights. The Claw here getting 924, so some really, really good work. Very, very good stuff. And oh my god, 17,200 damage value, 4,000 damage dealt from Marathi. What an absolute carry. And you saw it on my face there. The amount of Soul Stealers coming through was just absolutely tremendous. Some really, really good stuff. And yeah, really, really good stuff. Nothing here from this assassin. Some very, very good work there from the Red Duke. With some nice claws, some nice engagements and gashes going down, really destroying him. 950 from the other assassin. 500 for 205 kills here of the Black Hawk Corsairs. 230 for 560. 170. 1.3 here for 130 kills from the Black God of Nagaron. 155 kills. 2,000 damage value for the Black God of Nagaron. Really good stuff. 930 from the Black Hawk Corsairs. 1,100 for the Black Hawk Corsairs. And 1,000 here from the Shinesh Harvesters. And the negative 18 melee attack from Marathi, as well as the negative 9 melee defense. It was really, really awesome. Some really good stuff from both sides. Really, really good. What an awesome battle. Let me have a look. So what actually happened here, I'm going to explain this a little bit in chat, because it's going to make a little bit more sense. It's going to make a little bit more sense. check live stream. So what I'm going to say here is what actually happened in the end. So he went to go attack with the Blood Knight. So what's happened with Ice Power is he attacked his units and used his attack animation on the Blood Knights. And what happened from the Void's point of view is he had his Graveguard that came in to attack the Blackguard on Agrond, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. Attack animations have gone down, but what happened was, and the issue what Void is finding now, is that just watch the live stream. Just watch the live stream, Ice Power. So Blackguard and Agrond had the attack animation on the Blood Knights, and he went to go attack the Blood Knight, which is the smart thing to do. It's what you need to do. And then what actually happened was the Graveguard had the attack animation on the Blackguard of Nagarond, which is which is absolutely fine. Both of those are attacking. But what happened was Void disengaged his Blood Knights because he did have an attack animation on them. He disengaged them. So the attack animation is still going for the Blackguard and Nagarond. But what happened was because they're pulling away, they're never going to catch. So what actually happens is he had to turn around and then attack the Graveguard. Which was fine. There was absolutely no problem there. There was attack animation and there was a purpose of attacking from both sides. So I don't see any problem here. I don't see any problem. It ain't a logic stream without rule disputes. It's true. Yes. Oh, okay. So Rubber Duck War is just said it there. So there was an attack animation. So I don't see any problem there. There was an attack animation for both sides, and it was perfectly fine. And it was a really, really awesome game from both sides. Like it was really good. Just super. Oh, Marathi was sick in this matchup. Marathi was sick. So yeah, I prefer 2 Black Dragons, Marathi, and RR Dark Riders plus Harpies. Yeah, that's a good build. It's a good build. It's a good build. The dude barely won for Dark Elf. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take it too badly, Void. I wouldn't take it too badly. You played very well, and I think that is a Dark Elf favoured map. And, you know, it happened earlier on for AC Moore as well. You know, he had to play up against High Elf. That's also a High Elf favoured matchup. And it was super close. And that's the whole point of this tournament. The whole point of this tournament isn't just about winning. It's about having good, fun games that are close and making some really cool content and having a great time. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Don't worry about if you just lost a little bit or you just, you know, I got absolutely dumpstered by the Ice Power. Like, I just got shit on. And, you know, that happens. That happens, you know. That's what happens. Don't worry about it. It doesn't mean anything. And, dude, you're playing excellently at the moment. I mean, it was just perfect to see, like, you know, your awareness, your awareness there, on how to utilize the VC to get as much value as possible was good. All right. Let's calm down in the chat. Yeah, let's calm down in the chat. We don't need any of this, okay? Actually, Marathi's aura counts as attacking. Look, guys, look, I called it on both sides, yeah? Look, I called it on both sides. I said to both sides when they needed to attack and when they didn't. I even said there was a time that Ice Power broke the attacking rules as well. So, both sides had a little bit of here and there, and I accept that in a tournament like this. This is not a tight-knit tournament where you have to follow the rules to a T, because look, we're in a sub-faction tournament. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. It doesn't need to be super duper serious. And guys, we had an awesome match there. We had a brilliant match. So that's all that matters. How you doing, Matthew Hopkins? Nice to see you in the chat. Ice won't choke us with his excuses this time. Yeah, no, exactly. And guys, it was a close, fun game. It was just a close, fun game. Like, what it came down to, and and this is one of the things it demonstrated that how powerful Marathi is. What an awesome game from Marathi. That was so cool. That was so cool. Those negatives on the melee attack and the melee defense and the massive soul stealers. Don't make me get the duck hammer. Please accept referee's decision. Thank you, Barker. I appreciate that. Don't make me get the duck hammer. No, it's true, Mixer. It's true. Falcon, how you doing, buddy? Falcon, where were you today? I would have loved to see you. I would have loved to see you play today. I would have loved to see you play. Listen, guys, listen. If you want to go back and watch, you'll see multiple times I tell both players to attack, and we still had a great match. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But guys, I will be throwing on. There's a couple more tournaments coming forward, and some fun ones as well. So I've got Battlemania Friday. That's going to be the competitive tournament. Only love allowed in here. Exactly, Venge. Exactly, Venge gets it. All big love in here. But this Friday, we're going to be having a Battlemania again, so that should be quite fun. That will be the competitive tournament, guys. That is the competitive tournament I host every single week. I'm looking to do 2 or 3 more fun tournaments throughout. So we're going to be having a 2v2, a sub-commanders, and so we're going to be having sub-commanders, we'll be having the 2v2s, and we'll be having more sub-faction tournaments coming forward. So if anybody wants to have fun and come play some really, really cool games, like we've seen today, some really, really cool stuff, you come see Ice Power, as well as Lunacy, just come dump some me left, right, and centre, as they do every single week, then yeah, you boys and girls can come jump in there. But guys, if you have enjoyed this, please leave a big like. I would really appreciate that. It really does help out the channel. And if you've really, really enjoyed today's stream, please throw in a subscribe. It also really helps me grow towards that 1,000 and just really, really helps me, have the opportunity to do this more full time. Right, we don't need to tell like Logic, can you make me a mod, please? I don't even know how to do that, to be fair. How you doing, Peterborough? How you doing, buddy? Want to scrap outside a little? No, I don't think anybody need that. But yeah, no, some awesome stuff. What I'll be doing, guys, so for any of you, Logic, what's your comments about me facing Ducky every time? Oh, what's my comments about you facing Ducky every time? I don't know. I don't know how that keeps happening, to be fair. I don't know how that keeps happening, but to be fair, like I face like Lunacy almost every single time I play. Oh, his mighty Falcon rival. Oh. Despite people being drama queens, this is a very torn tournament. Good, man. I'm glad. I've actually got quite a few more tournaments coming forward. Some really, really cool ideas and some fun stuff that I'd like to put out. So we have some more stuff going forward. Caradox and Jockey finished my eternal fight with them every tournament. Did you play both today? Again? No way. There's no way you played both again today. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, okay. You didn't play Dr. Jellyfish today. You didn't play Dr. Jellyfish. Dr. Jellyfish played up against bunnies. Thank you very much for chilling, guys. And the one thing I'll say before we all head off is, with a tournament like this, just remember that it's fun. Just remember it doesn't have to be super duper duper serious. But just remember to say, just remember to say good game. Just remember to say thank you. Just remember to be polite. That's what this is all about. It's all about being a fun community. And that's one of the reasons why I joined in here. And I'm so humble that all of you guys have been supporting me so much going forward. Yeah, I don't really want this in my chat, guys. Dude, I actually Falcon, dude, I actually shut it up though. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. What I'm going to say, guys, is I just want to make this community as fun as possible, have some good fun with it. I understand that there might be some hostilities between certain players, and that happens when it gets competitive. But yeah, I think as Caradot says, it's just a game. It's just a game. We're all here to have fun. Our rematch shall be legendary. Oh, there's that. What is it? There's a. What is it called? What's the film? It's Kung Fu Panda. That's what that reminds me of. Kung Fu Panda. Peace, Caradot dude. Thank you very much for playing, man. You played some excellent games today. Nice to see you back here. I feel about competitive spirit, a bit of disputes, but remember, it's just a game. Yeah. It's just a game, guys. It's just a game. See you, dude. Take care, man. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to everybody else that participated today. Obviously, if you did enjoy it, drop that like. If you're enjoying all the content and you'd like to see more, drop us a subscription as well. What's up, Gojira? How you doing, man? Gojira Gaming in the chat. Yeah, 2 days to Battlemania, guys. So if you want to get like super competitive, that's when the competitive one is. And Sunday we'll be having the 2v2s. And next week we've got lots more content to come forward. Lots more content. No, I'm happy with having Void. I'm happy with having Void in the tournaments. That's not a problem. I'm not going to ban anybody from the tournaments so far. As long as they're respectful of my decision making and how I go about doing my refereeing and my gameplay, then I'm more than happy to have them in the tournament. For example, I thought that was a perfectly fine game. I can't see any problems with it. And to be fair to Void, every single time that I've said we need to have a restart, he's restarted. And he's fought it again. So, there we go. I have lost count. Is there a dwarf subfaction called the Salt Miners? Not that I know of. I don't think so. But yeah. Just to let you know as well, join, if you go into the description, you can find my Discord, join there, and then we do actually have, let's go for the Discord, so you guys can leave any games that I have on today. So I have replays for casting, so you guys can leave all sorts of games there. You can also leave your tournament ideas. So for any tournaments we have going forward, you guys can leave your ideas. I'm actually going to be leaving the Nurgle tournament up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be changing that into the Chaos tournament. So the Chaos tournament means I'll be bringing some of the stuff back that RTK Human Boy actually brought forward. He had a really awesome idea with Choose Your Champion. That's actually going ahead on the 28th, so make sure you check that out. They'll be having the fine there, which will be between Hadries, Grombrindle, Void Lols, and Riffle Shuffle. So they'll be playing in the final for all that money that's been put forward by Human Boy. So very kind from him. We also have Subfaction Tournament. We have Battlemania. We'll be having the 2v2 in there. We'll be having some other things like We'll be having the Sub Commanders Tournament, which is a 3v3, and we'll have this really cool other stuff. So yeah, we'll be doing all of that as well. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. Make sure that you're all checking it out. He's in my grudge book for season 2 finals. I mean, Void is an excellent player. If you beat Void, you gotta be very happy. Gotta be very happy. Let me just update this. So we'll be having Mr. Ice Power as today's winner. Fantastic stuff from him. Really good stuff. So congratulations, Ice Power, today's winner. It was really nice to see him play very well today. And he beat me, so he will be going down in the Dammer's Cron. For that vengeance will be coming for you, buddy. You and your filthy dark elves. They'll be coming. We'll be coming for you. We will be coming for you. All right, guys. Do we need to do this here? Do we need to say this out here? Do we need to have this in the chat? Classic only scrap outside Waitrose. The posh Robert Ducker War coming through with all of that. Love it, love it. Oh, check WhatsApp. 1 second. Oh. My phone's around here somewhere. Apologies all, apologies all. Let me check what is going on here. Alright, so I'm trying to do what you're asking me to have a Duck of War, but I don't know how to do anything. I don't think I can do anything with that. Logic, sorry a diss battle erupted in your chat. It's but it is entertainment. Well, you know, it's what it is. I can't do anything about it. But thank you very much, Caradoc, for playing, dude. Beastmen is not bad faction. They have some really good applications, I must admit. So guys, whilst I still have you in chat, what do you guys want as tournaments coming forward? Does anybody have any ideas of what they'd like to see? Anything that they're interested in doing? Yeah, is there anything that you would like to look forward to? I think Beastmen are just weak, Dr. Jellyfish, because they struggle against certain... Oh, I see what you're saying, buddy. There we go, Ducky. It's been done. Hello. There are only two things that you can agree on. Logic streams are great, and Legion will make a good campaign player. Okay. Well, would you look at that? I have all the power now. I like Dowie. Not a good pick, but a great counter pick. Yeah, I think Dowie are they're probably like a C tier faction, really. If I'm honest, I know Grombrindle would punish me for saying so, but they're probably a C tier faction, really. They have a lot of matchups they struggle in, but they have a lot of matchups they do well in as well. You know, they're not like an F tier faction, for sure. They do pretty well. They can do really well in certain matchups. Well, look at what I offer you all my bread, my liege. Brilliant stuff. Oh, I don't know if they're a B tier. They could be B tier. It's a B tier. They're a very low B tier. I think they're a high C tier, low B tier, I would say. Yeah, for sure. You shall be spared during the Great Duck Uprising. Alright guys, well thank you very much for dropping in and having a good time. I'm going to shoot off now, but what I'll do is I'll probably have some dinner, hang out for a bit, and then I might come on and play some games. So keep around the Discord if you want to have some fun. and I'll probably maybe play some Vermintide or just play some fun multiplayer games online and just yeah, relax and have some good fun. Other than that, enjoy your night wherever you guys are, or your day, wherever you may be. And I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, and I'll see you in Battlemania on Friday. Take care of yourselves.